So, uh, what happened during episode 4?
Am I doing the recap?
Are you doing the recap? I would prefer Kuwu, but I believe he's not very fond of that.
Not this time around.
Not this time around. He did
we
great last time.
he did fine.
Yeah, he did very good.
It's fine. All right.
We started last session at Strixhaven, the school campus, and we were headed over to the Biblioplex, but we got distracted because a person that we were familiar with, Varen, from the Coldwind Sentinels, came running towards us, greeting us. And we found out that she is becoming a teacher at Strixhaven. She is putting her days as an adventurer to rest. And we talk for a little bit. She said that she'll help us in the Biblioplex if we need it, because she's not really doing anything at this point in time. And we split up. She goes to do her own things, and we go towards the Biblioplex to talk with the administrators. We get to the Biblioplex, and at the door to the building, Headmistress Onyx is standing there waiting for us, like she knew that we were on our way. She's very cold to us, very aggressive, tells us to follow her to her office, and does not even answer why or what's going on. She doesn't say anything, and she gets her campus robots to aggressively poke us towards her office, like we're being detained or something. Arastelle didn't like that welcome, so she's had sent a message to Counselor Lochiel, who is another administrator, and asked him what's going on, where is he. He responded that he's waiting for them in Onyx's office, so they continued on their way. In the office, Onyx is pretty angry at Arastelle specifically, actually. She informs our group that last time the strangers were at Strixhaven, they did a huge no-no by disrupting the ritual to transfer Oracle between last headmaster to current one. And it created a shockwave in the currents that ended up destroying a lot of protections around the world, keeping monsters out of this world that shouldn't be here. And Arastelle confessed that she only did it because the god Embel told her to, and it was for a good cause. It was to stop an infection that was occurring that they were able to stop before, but now it's causing a little bit more problems. And Arastelle felt used and betrayed because she trusted Embel, so that was a shocker. I think, so Onyx didn't want to allow us to use the Biblioplex because of this, but she said that she would let us know after some conference with the other administrators. So we kind of went on our separate ways. Arastelle was still in shock and disbelief, so she went to the Church of Edgar to talk with Edgar and ask him what's going on. He confirmed what Onyx had said, that Embel used her. He didn't necessarily apologize, but he said that it was for the greater good. So there's that. Edgar ended up giving her one token of help to use in the future. She went back to the dorm after that. Meanwhile, Poppy was having a conversation with Priscilla, Priscilla is she used to go to Strixhaven as a student of Witherbloom, and there's a lot of time rifts north of Strixhaven from her practicing her magic up there, and Priscilla was telling Poppy that they need to go close them or it could cause a lot of issues. And Priscilla had commented that these rifts are guarded by these strange anomalies that will attack them when they go up there, so they need to be prepared. Poppy told this to Zovril, but has not mentioned it to Arastelle yet. Zovril also had a conversation with his spirit wolf curse thing, Valerian. And Valerian needs to feed off of souls, and he's getting hungry again, but they're around students at a school, and it's a big no-no. So Zopril's now trying to find just wild creatures around Strixhaven grounds outside of campus to feed Valerian that way. And he's looking into that. They also spoke to Lochiel about the blood ritual. And they found that it's an old way of wielding magic from the Blood Age. The Blood Age, is that what it's called?
Age of Blood.
Age of Blood.
Both works.
And okay. And she has he gave Arastelle the book on these ancient rituals that aren't really used anymore. So Arastelle's probably going to look into that. I think that is everything.
I believe that is. That is a lot, though. So.
Mm-hmm. It always is.
It always is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all there was. So yeah, it was a lot of exposition.
Got one.
Whoa.
One important detail that Priscilla's allergic to nuts.
Very, very important. Yeah.
Very important.
Thank you.
Detail.
Yep.
Thanks for the input.
Yeah. Do I get a quarter of inspiration?
No. No, I already decided against that. Sadly, I'm real sorry about that.
I'll take a full one instead as compensation.
Oh, okay. I'll think about it. Ask me again, maybe like tomorrow or something.
Okay.
Don't put a reminder on your phone, please.
Oh, you know what? The other thing that I wanted to mention is that when Arastelle spoke with Edgar shared with her that all of the gods are watching her. They have their eyes on her, and Medoris is keeping a neutral position on it. But it seems like Edgar, Vrenoff, and Gnorth are looking towards her favorably, and then Corvus, Belahit, and I'm thinking also Embel at this point are not happy with her. So.
Was that just for the ritual that happened for the resurrection, or is that just her in general? I thought that was towards just the resurrection.
I thought it was in general.
Yeah,
okay. I might have misinterpreted.
Yeah, I think they've been watching since Embel unlocked Aristelle's potential.
Yeah.
That might have made Vrenoff or Corvus and Belahit less favorable, but I think it was kind of a general thing from
We're
that
not
point on.
sure why Corvus and Belahit took that side. But yeah, it was kind of. The gods have. I think Edgar specifically has said that the gods have been keeping eyes on Arastelle ever since the demon fight. Actually, that because that was her trial from way back when.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much goes around everything that happened last session. It was mostly roleplay and a lot of info dump.
Mostly roleplay? I don't think we had a single combat.
We got no combat for 2 sessions. It was roleplay and info dump.
Oh,
But yeah.
okay. Info dump is the other thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The
Yeah.
other thing was not combat. That's for sure. We're playing D&D after all, and
True.
I'm pretty sure it's not Dungeons and Dragons. Probably stand for something else. Discussion and
Discourse.
discourse. Yeah.
Yes, that's perfect.
Discussion and discourse. So yeah.
So for the vote from last session.
Yeah, for those who don't know and are maybe watching us and listening to us right now, I'm asking each player to vote each session for who they believe that, I guess, did their best or did something cool the session before. So each player can vote for anyone else than themselves, obviously. And whoever gets the most vote gets an inspiration point for this session. And if there's a tie, I'm the one who breaks it. I get this absolute power. So yeah, let's go around the table and see who voted for who. Let's go with Kuru. Puppy, who are you voting for?
I abstained. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll need a new player next session if you're interested.
I didn't remember the last session, and I forgot to vote the day after. So we talked about it right beforehand. And I voted for Lucky for Arastelle because of how Arastelle handled a lot of the stress that came up from the last session. And that's
Good.
pretty much.
Now, Lucky, Arastelle.
Yeah, this one was tough for me because I thought that there were really good moments between Ethan and Kuu, Zovril and Poppy. I really liked Zovril had some really good dialogue of wisdom to Arastelle and also to Poppy in different moments. And then Poppy was really doing some great RP work with Priscilla. I ended up giving it to Poppy because it kind of spread the love a little bit.
All right. So Zovril,
I
you're the
voted for
tiebreaker
myself.
here. Huh?
No. I voted for Lucky and Arastelle pretty much for what Kuu had said. There was like 2 moments of very stressful information that got dumped on Arastelle that basically were like explaining that she had been used and then confirming that she had been used by one of the gods. So I felt like she handled that really well from a Lucky standpoint and honestly an Arastelle standpoint so far.
All right. So 2
So
votes
far.
for Lucky / Arastelle. So you get an inspiration point that you can use during this session. So yeah, last session I believe we ended the morning after your first night at Strixhaven. First night where a large amount of alarms were placed around the dorms so that you could potentially stop any bad things from happening coming out of Zovril's problems. More problems from Zovril.
Always.
Always.
Got 99 problems in Zovril resolved.
It ended up going well. And yeah, pretty much stopped the next day. I believe you had some discussion in the morning. You spoke with Loshil, who told you that you were free to roam, free to stay at Strix.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
And
where
we
he was
have
being a
access
drama
to-
king.
Yeah. He was very dramatic and acted like he snuck us out a book that we needed.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, after giving us all this information, was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you guys are good to stay, and you guys can use the biblioplex." So,
Yeah. Just make sure
Yeah.
to bring back the book.
yeah.
Hey, very important. Books are not they're not getting printed there, so don't lose them. So yeah, pretty much stopped there. I believe you knew about Priscilla told you about these rifts that are up north in the Silk Shadows, and that they've been there for some time. So trying to kind of go and get rid of them would be a very good idea, and would also be a good thing for her and Poppy, so they can actually study them and try to find a new way to get rid of them. This is where, when she was at Strixhaven, that she was practicing time magic. So there's a good accumulation of problems that could find themselves there. I believe you also had some goals here and there, but yeah, that's the big thing that was on the table, I believe, at the moment.
Yes.
So it will be up to you to see what you want to do next. I know that some of you wanted to maybe go and look into some other things at the same time. So, anyone want to start?
I think we started the day off at the beginning of the day, right? That's
Yeah,
when we ended.
it's the morning. I mean, you went to the Olave's Cantina, but like the mess hall, I guess. You eat your breakfast. So yeah.
I'll let someone else go first, because I have ideas of what I want to do, but she wouldn't do it immediately upon waking up.
After a conversation with Mr. Dramatic King, I think
I love
Poppy
that he doesn't
and-
remember Lucille's name,
Yeah.
but he'll remember Dramatic.
Yeah, that's what I was like, he's never gonna say the name.
Sorry, Kua, go ahead.
This is a character in 2 campaign you're in, man.
Yeah, I still don't call him by his name.
That guy that we just talked
this
to
whole
last time.
part.
Poppy and Priscilla are going to go to the forbidden section of the Biblioplex, or attempt to find it, to start researching, or seeing if anybody's done research on these rifts. Yeah, because I don't think Priscilla would have had access to it, just being a student.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
that'd be the main thing to start off with.
Was the book that Loshil gave us, was it just blood curses, or was it, or blood rituals, or was it blood rituals and blood curses?
It was mostly about blood magic and history of the blood, age of blood, things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, I think Zovril would want to go see if there are any books. I mean, unless that had something in it, as we flipped through it when we got it, find a book specifically on blood curses.
Sure. And you are in no hurry right now, so you can take the day, try to find some stuff at the Biblioplex, try to not get lost. So I guess you can both roll me history checks and see where it leads.
Do I get help from Priscilla?
Yeah, sure.
14.
All right, so 14 for Zovril, and how much you got? Sorry.
25.
25. Much better than Zovril.
With help.
All right, so both of you will be looking through this all day, trying to find as much information that could be relevant to your situation, I guess, or what you're searching for. Meanwhile, Arastelle, what was your goal here?
I'm going to so we know that Strixhaven is familiar when someone uses one of the forbidden magics. We know this because they had Malinan had warned Poppy and Copper against using time magic. So Arastelle will want to go ask for a list of people that they have noticed using blood magic and investigate that list of people to try and narrow down who is performing this type of ritual.
All right. I mean, you had breakfast with Loshil. You could ask him there.
Sure, I'll ask him.
And he's one of the administrators of the school. He's an old mage. He's seen the world. Maybe he knows about this kind of thing. And one of his old friends is actually one of these mages. So Kanzar. Yeah, let's assume as the others head to the Biblioplex, I guess. You can try to grab onto Loshil for a moment and ask him around. So.
Sure. Do you want me to actually ask my question?
I mean, we can. You just pretty much asked me already, I would say. So.
Okay.
We'll say. We do keep track or keep an eye on some of them, yes, those we know about. We have a registry.
Is
Any
there?
reason of your interest, or
I mean,
if I may ask?
I'd like to figure out who's performing that blood ritual that we were just discussing. I'd like to find a list of people and investigate. I think that's the next best thing. If you don't think that this is the doing of, oh shoot, I keep forgetting his name, but
Answer.
Kenzar.
insert Kenzar. Thank you. If you don't think that he's doing this, then one of the other mages has to be it, right?
That could be a good course of action, yes.
So that's my line of thought, at least.
Sure. If you have a moment, just follow me to my office, and yeah, I can probably make sure that give you what we have.
Okay.
I must admit, we don't have much. We just keep an eye on them from time to time and see what they're up to. Obviously, we do have some alarms placed here and there, but I mean, we don't have the personnel to be able to just spy on them all the time. Some of them are a little more elusive than others, also. Or they have better wardings. Kenzar, for example, doesn't like much that we spy on him, so.
So you think that even if we had a list, it might not include the person that I'm trying to locate?
It may or it may not, but a lead's a lead, don't you think?
I would agree, yeah.
Do you have the ability to scry?
No, I don't. Are you able to?
Got some tricks up my sleeves. Can get this work.
Okay, that'd be really helpful.
Don't think we've touched this list for some time now. It has been in the back of my head, I must admit. I've had other things to do. You get to his office as you walk there. Similar to Onyx's office, it's full of paperwork, books. It has a lot of like very weird, like wizards artifact that makes sense. A toad in a jar, a lot of candles, wands, a rack of wands. He's got a lot of stuff in there, but it's very what's the English word for that? Kind of looks more like a hoarder's place. Like there's way too much stuff for the size of his office.
Sure, that makes sense. I don't know if there's a specific term for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly it hasn't been cleaned for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a space to paint also. So a canvas work he's probably been working on for some time. He looks through a spa's document. He gets a sort of like small registry book that he hands you. And thus you'll find a very few amount of people that we are keeping some sort of track of that are using forbidden magics.
Is it including all three types, or
Oh yeah.
just...
I mean,
I see.
there is not that many of them. He will give you this. He will hand you the book. I mean, it's probably like 20 page. Like it's more like a notebook than an actual.
20 pages is a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's not fully written. I mean, it's 20 page, but some
Okay.
of them are blank.
So going through the pages, how many names does it look like?
If you're looking at blood magic, there's 12. Time magic has 4, including Poppy and Priscilla.
I'm gonna
And
definitely...
Larkingdale, I would assume.
Larkingdale is not
Why
there.
would Larkingdale be there? He's
Wasn't
dead.
he? Well, was he on there though? Is what I'm saying. Like,
He's
would he
not.
have been on there? Okay.
And there's for Weather Mage, there's 8 of them.
So 12, 4, and 8.
Uh-huh. By the way, something odd with the Time Mage pages. Like there's a list, like this sort of looks like a book where you go to an hotel and you have to write your name, so there's some lines,
Yeah,
things like
a
that.
notepad.
Yeah, kinda. For all of them, there's many names. Some of them have been like scratched off or things like that for Blood Mage and Weather Magic users. For Time Magic, there's like a name on line 6. There's a name on line 7. There's a name there's one on line 12. There's one on line 18. Like there's very large spaces and they're just blank spaces. Like
So they just like erased?
doesn't look like anything was ever written on these lines.
I'll ask why there's a gap in the lines to Lochiel.
He looks at it, looks a little confused, and just tell you, yeah, these just tend to disappear. We kind of lose track of them. So.
How would that happen?
Looks at you, looks at the page. Well, let's just say that I guess time just caught up to them.
And that's only happened for people that use time magic?
He turns the page real quick. Yeah, yes. Only to them.
Does that mean that can happen to Poppy too?
If they're not careful, I would assume that yes. These magics, they're not forbidden for nothing. They all have drawbacks.
That's awful.
Truly is.
Okay.
But at the same time, you have to see the silver lining.
What's the silver lining?
Well, these people erase themselves. Nobody know who they were anymore. Nobody's gonna
How
miss
is that
them.
the silver lining? That doesn't sound like a silver lining.
Can be sad if you don't know why you'd be sad. We're one of the few that know that these names were ever there, probably at some point. They're just lost to time.
Okay.
Your two friends gotta be careful. But they seem to understand, or try to understand what they're doing at least. So. My assumption is these people were a little too reckless.
I still plan on warning Poppy of this. I hope you don't mind.
I do not.
Okay. And you said you would be able to help me scry on any of these blood?
Certainly. I mean, it has been quite some time since we last had an eye on these, so why not?
Thank you. I really appreciate all of your help, Lochiel.
I understand that you and your friends are not here on vacation. You have goals and you're trying to better the world. So I'm trying to make sure you don't face doors that should be open.
I really appreciate the help, sir.
So, I guess it's time to get to this. It has been a while since I last. You can see the first name on the blood mage page is Kansar. No last name. There's always where they are, according to this thing in the Isthmus of Omens. All of the other person on this list are not obviously in the Isthmus of Omens because, well, you don't want to be there technically. So. It's been a while since I last spoke with my old friend, so I guess we'll start with him.
Okay. Did you want me to stay here just in case, or should I go check on Zovril and Poppy in the biblioplex in the library?
I'll keep you updated. Though, don't waste your day here looking over an old man.
I think that they would benefit from my helping their research as well, since I'm kind of familiar with the books.
Good.
Okay.
If you can watch over your two time magic friends, so they don't get lost and stumble upon things they should not be stumbling upon, that would be good.
I will.
Great. I'll keep you updated as soon as I know more.
All right. Thank you.
You will keep the list for now. Obviously, you will need it. And I assume you'll be going and meet your friends.
Yep.
All right. Zovril and Poppy. Zovril with a 14 on your history check. I assume you'll be looking through books pretty much all day. It's almost exam season there. It's pretty much exam season. It's the end of year, so.
If he's looking all year, can I give them +2 for help?
Yeah.
Sorry, all day. No, I don't know if I said
yeah,
all
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a year in Strixhaven. So 16 instead of 14 because of that.
Yeah.
All right. So Zovril, you'll be looking through books with Arastelle all day long. Arastelle, I assume you'll be telling Poppy and Priscilla about the list, or do you want to keep this for yourself for now?
No, I probably wouldn't talk to Priscilla directly, but I would definitely talk to Poppy. And if Priscilla is there to overhear it, that's fine.
Okay. So Zovril, Arastelle, you are looking through books all day long. You don't find. I mean, you do find books about curses, obviously. There's plenty of them. About generational long divine curses, yeah, it's another scenario there. Little worse than basic curses that your swamp witch would do. So yeah, you look all day. You start looking through different books, curses, dark magic, divine stuff. You do stumble upon some old book about Corvus more than the others, the other things. Seems that these kind of curses were a lot more common back then. When I believe I said it last time, but the Age of Blood was not as civilized. All the countries were not there yet. It was much more tribalistic. Obviously there were small, I would say, let's call them countries, but most of them have been absorbed into greater entities nowadays. Very much if you look at some very old maps of Europe, you'll see that there was a bunch of countries there that do not exist anymore, or regions or things like that. They've been absorbed into France or Germany or whatever. So yeah, you do find an old book that tells you that these kind of curses were much more common back then. Asking like the gods were a lot more, not savage, but violent, because that's what was asked of them. Essentially, they were made out of the way the world worked. So these kind of curses, they were much more popular, for lack of a better term, common. A lot of them, most of them, according to what you read, were done because the family line was done. Like, they ended because of that. But some of them ended because they were stopped. Usually because they were fulfilled, or because whoever put this curse in place was satisfied or removed it. So there's always maybe a way to figure something. Usually it was by some older entities representing said god. You have 16, right?
Yes.
Okay. According to books that you've found, the oldest entity that can be found, at least close to Strixhaven, can be found in the mountains, northwest of Strixhaven. It is a Corvusian creature, going by the very brief name of Luna.
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 For Corvus. Okay. Ooh. Well, I guess it's at least something. Seems because the Age of Blood was what, like 300 years ago, or is that
400 year and plus? It stopped when
400 plus?
Strixhaven was
Okay.
founded.
Gotcha. So my family's just had the misfortune of being cursed, surviving the curse long enough to keep being cursed.
Yeah. What a misfortune it is. And that brought
Sounds
you
like part of
there.
the curse. Yeah.
It's like a silver lining.
Yeah. You gotta see the positive in things.
You get to live for a little bit, so
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, essentially, this old history info dump. Before the dragons were still there, the 5 dragons were still there. They founded Strixhaven 400 years ago, in a sort of way to keep magic in check, to keep things in check while they were kind of getting tired of being there, for just to shorten things up. By the way, the dragons were not friendly. They were there, people were afraid of them, and they were, if you were using magic, you shouldn't be dull too much. They were just cleansing you, like, you shouldn't do this. They were magic police kind of thing, and they were not friendly with anyone. So building Strixhaven was a good way to be like, okay, we'll put this in place, and then we're gonna go do other things. The plane is big, and we're tired of all these shenanigans, and humanity is getting a little too powerful. So let's just hope that Strixhaven can keep them in check and control magic enough so that we stop killing them, and that they can actually prosper, like work things out. So now began like the sort of golden age you're in. So
Gotcha.
Civilization, that makes sense. So
after getting some, like, how far roughly is this mountain from Strixhaven?
If you look outside a window, you can probably see it, but yeah, it's kind of far away. It's northwest of Strixhaven grounds. You probably need, if you have mounts, it's at least a day's walk. I mean, there's no roads going there.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be troublesome. Other than that, if you're on foot, maybe 2 days.
Okay. Well, guess I know where I need to go next. And I guess that could potentially kill 2 birds with 1 stone, assuming that we find something along the way to satiate Valyrian.
So, I think I might have missed something. You're having issues with Valerian again?
Oh, yeah, sorry. We didn't tell you last night because you obviously had a lot on your plate. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, Valerian came last night. Once we settled in and said that he was getting hungry, and if I didn't do something, he would. I mean, obviously, I don't want that to happen anywhere, least of all a school of children. So,
Yes. So you're hoping to find um, something in the wild then?
yeah, something
Okay.
that'll satisfy hunger so that he doesn't take hold on his own.
I do think that's pretty important. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely priority one, um, especially while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
um, yeah, no, well, she hasn't gotten back to me about anything in the area, but I think this should be fine. If it's far away as I think it is, there should be something on the way, at the very least. Just has to have a soul. Makes me feel a little bit sick thinking that way.
We'll figure this curse thing out, Zovril, and then you won't have to deal with it anymore.
Thanks. Um, I want to be optimistic about it, but it's been beating us for a few hundred years now. But
But I don't. Do you know that anyone else had tried?
I guess I don't. I mean, I know that my father and mom pretty much just went around like the usual clerics and trying to find some high priests and learning all sorts of
You had
magic
to.
and stuff.
You had to speak to one of your ancestors to be able to understand this, though. You've gone already much further than anyone else has.
That's true. Well, I mean, at this point, it's at least a step in the right direction.
I
Hopefully,
agree.
hopefully it'll be a bigger step, but I guess we'll see. I don't really know. I haven't talked to any of the gods in a while, so I don't really know what to expect.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like my last conversations with Corvus and Belahit were less than cordial.
Yeah, at this point, I wanted to be there for you on those conversations, but I'm not necessarily sure that I'm the right person to have your back in that instance after what we
I
found out yesterday.
I really appreciate it, but I also wouldn't want to put you in a position just it's enough to what they've done already. They don't need to have a second chance to do anything else, especially not on my account. Um, yeah, I guess we'll have to figure out when to do this, but um, I don't know. Should we go find Poppy, Priscilla,
Yeah, I
or
think
at
it's a
least
good
Poppy?
idea. Hmm. I'm sure Priscilla won't be far.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I
we'll
mean,
go find
if you want
Poppy
to
and
get rid of
Priscilla.
her, just bring some peanuts.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I can give you
Rude.
Jace for our lunch.
Easy.
I remembered a little bit too late that Arastelle actually hasn't told either Zovril or Poppy about that part of Edgar's conversation. So, yeah, it's fine though. We didn't get into the specifics.
Good. Um, Poppy,
Yes.
So you and Priscilla were also looking for information at the Biblioplex, right?
Yeah, stuff regarding either research on time magic, could be from, Age of Blood or after.
Okay. Much like blood magic and weathermancy, neuromancy. Don't remember the actual name. Weather magic. I mean, there's not that many books on them. They're old magic. They're not supposed to be taught. So if there's information, obviously, it's going to be limited or it's going to be controlled, so that in the best cases, no like child gets this book and suddenly learn these kind of magic by themselves and
Right.
becomes a problem. So, yeah, there's not that many of them.
Right.
But, I mean, you can find mentions of them. You can find some books that talk about them or look into them. Most of them negatively, obviously. Like tales about what these magics can do or achieve. And is there anything very specific that you would be looking to?
How people have dealt with rifts in the past. If anybody has used my idea of sending them back or like undoing the time around them. If there were time mages that used it for good, trying to kind of prove my point of that it can be changed, you know what I mean? The stigma doesn't have to be what it is.
Sure. Yeah, said very, very limited information. Sure, there's mentions of it being used for good things. But it's mostly like good quality of life things. Like, oh no, I dropped something. Well, not anymore. Things like that. Just slight rewinds and things that do not affect the world too much, but things that you could probably do in this, like similarly with cantrips, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like rewind, fast forward.
Yeah. So.
Right.
And not much.
That's the most of it.
You do find though, that these books, some of them obviously are more recent than others. Some of them are old. One of these books seems to be written by someone that's still a teacher at Strix.
Oh, who?
You do find a book about artifacts that's been written by Melanin Farengray.
Okay.
It's mostly about artifacts. It's a lore old book. It has a lot of schematics and things like that. But there are artifacts in there that seems to be about these magics, and most of the book is about the interest that he had in these artifacts and making sure that obviously they are well maintained, they're kept away from unwanted ends, things like that.
Yeah. Like, are these like artifacts for all the different like forbidden magics, or just time magic specifically?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does this include a certain scepter that I have on me?
It does.
Ooh. I'm gonna see if there's more information about about it, more than what I know already.
So yeah, he may know. I mean, you don't know Melanin that much, I believe.
Bobby knows of him and has met him, but
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, basic rundown. He's a lower old teacher. He's not a dean. He's pretty much like the first year dean, if that makes sense. Like,
sure.
He's not the dean of a specific college, but he's pretty much who's taking care of all the first year student. And he's also sort of the artifact main guy for Laurel. So that's his specialty.
Perfect.
So he's a collector.
Yeah, let's I'll gladly read up on some of those artifacts then, just to understand it a little bit.
So if that can give you a lead.
Yeah.
At least it's someone who can be spoken with. Most of the other names and books are like so old that whoever wrote them is probably well below ground now. So.
Is there anything about... I'm trying to think. I think I've had a few conversations with people about how the arcane kind of works, right? How arcane magic works. And I believe that through those conversations, I understand that the dragons kind of made magic, right? Their existence is the reason for the existence of magic, basically.
Yeah.
Does that mean they also created time, weather, and blood magic?
The assumption will be no.
Primal. Okay. Gotcha.
Because
is
it's
there
not
anything
linked
in
to the
these...
currents.
Okay. I didn't know if the dragons created the currents or if it was like they created magic and people harnessed it and created the currents. Does that make sense?
Yeah, understand what you mean.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see if there is any information on how time, blood, and weather magic exists without the currents then?
Sure.
In any of these books, if there is such a thing?
I guess the term you've used, primal magic, kind of makes the most sense.
Okay. Cool.
They're not using the current as a sort of like magical source. They're using what's around them.
Okay.
Whether what's in people as sort of an energy source, or in your case, reality.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they're very different from your standard currents magic.
Linking them to the currents probably is not gonna happen then. If it's more of like a...
I mean, who knows? Everything's possible.
Yeah.
It's magic. Could have them
Okay.
use actual currents and maybe be less problematic.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Sky's the limit. Got a dream to do something.
Sure. All right, so I can go talk to Melanin. Is there anything about these anomalies, these abnormal creatures that protect the rifts? Anybody ever record anything on something like that?
Not at Strix.
Okay. Is there any information on people being able to see these rifts? Like, have they ever been commented on in general, besides people who have not
Not at
cast
Strix.
it?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. For sure.
I believe also that
Alright.
Lucky has something to... Well, Arastelle had something to tell you about your magic, so...
Oh, I thought that,
You would have said it. Yeah.
yeah, I thought, like, before going to research all
Mhm.
day long,
Yeah.
Arastelle would have expressed this to
So yeah,
Poppy.
knowing that the end game for this magic is well, more erasing than the others. Well, that can explain why a lot of information is not existing.
Well, there must have been a lot of really powerful time mages then, because like you can't just erase somebody from history unless if you're really powerful.
Mhm.
Like I had that spell like ingrained in my body. Like I knew it, but I knew that I couldn't erase somebody. I could only like make a sandwich disappear forever, and nobody would have ever known it existed.
Yep.
But Priscilla just said
Right.
that she was able to.
Right,
And
Priscilla
it's not just doing it to other people, but it's doing it to yourself.
How do you know it was to themselves though?
That's what I gathered from Lochiel.
I would assume people maybe fought each other, honestly. And maybe erased each other. Like, that's also a possibility. Sure, the rifts could get big enough to where it could erase someone, maybe, possibly.
I think
But-
that's something that you might want to check with Lochiel on. The way that he described it made me think that because they're dabbling in forbidden magics, they get to a point where they're not even able to control it themselves.
Okay. It's just what I know, so I don't know. It's what I feel.
Yeah, I think that it would be good to take wisdom from people that are a little bit more experienced.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not something I disagree with. Like, I'm not going to be reckless with it. Like, when we were in Duradur, like, I'm not trying to create more rifts. I'm not trying to erase myself, obviously.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm gonna be going and rewriting history. Or trying to. Yeah,
He said
there's
that,
not.
He said that once someone is erased, all memory of them is also gone.
That just furthers my question of how would he know if they erased themselves? Hey, Priscilla?
She's probably like in another aisle looking at some books. I can hear her just go, "What's up?"
I'll go over to her. Is there anybody else in this area of the library?
Not really. And
Okay,
you're like
then
on
never
third
mind.
floor. Very few
okay.
people goes there, so.
Okay. Do you know anything about... Well, that sounds silly, but what do you know about time mages, like, being erased?
What do you mean?
Like, becoming too powerful and not being able to keep up with your own magic and getting consumed by time, maybe?
Erasing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. Have you witnessed it?
Not
Hard to ask, but...
personally, no. Never witnessed it, but I'm aware that it's a thing.
Okay. Was there ever a time where... Well... Ever a time in general, I guess, that there were any, like... a time war?
A what?
Like a war with time mages where they were fighting each other or anything like that?
Oh no.
No, okay.
No. I've met some. I met like. You can see that she's having like a blank for a moment.
Yeah.
I've met some time mages.
Oh?
Yes, again, she seems a little lost. I've met one.
You probably... How many spaces were in between all the names on that list, Arastelle?
I mean,
I probably would have made note of that, actually. So how many would there have been?
there would have been like over 30.
30 missing names. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Priscilla, and I'll like start walking to her this time and getting quieter.
I mean,
Priscilla, there's a... Arastelle said she saw a lot of missing names on...
yeah. I've met Melit. She's in Silk Meadow. Met her there like 2 or 3 times, but I'm sure I've met others.
Okay.
But that's the thing. I can't remember them.
Right. Because of erasure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know this feeling. Like I'm well aware of this feeling. It is. They're just gone. I'm not even. Were they ever there? I know they were there, but can't even tell you if they truly were. Sorry, I can't describe this feeling more. Just
Okay. Sure.
that's a thing. I just want to make sure you understand that that's a thing. So
Okay.
that,
Are there any other
that's why we're doing this.
Are there any other very scary, very dangerous things about time magic that you have not told me about yet?
No.
Okay. So you have the time rifts,
Can I roll insight on that?
Yes.
the erasure, and the anomalies are all 3 things. They're the only 3 things.
I got a 19.
Got a 19.
Yeah.
She seems she's saying the truth.
Okay.
Time magic is very powerful. Can do a lot of good things, a lot of bad things.
Right?
And yes, it can delete people, literally.
Right. Yes. I'm
And it
I'm
can
aware of
delete
that.
you can get deleted yourself. It's
Right.
stable enough until it's not. Until it gets to you, until time catches
Do
up.
you think that by pushing rifts forward, that is what causes the instability?
No, I think that misuse on an extreme level is what's causing problems.
Okay. Can you give an example?
Small things like she will just like drop her book,
Right.
and
I
as
was
it's
just about to
dropping,
do that,
she's just
actually.
gonna rewind it back to her end.
Yeah.
This does not create anomalies. Like this
Okay.
is nothing.
Yeah. Right.
It's when you're trying bigger things that affect things that are alive that suddenly it can change reality in a bad way. And this is what we should try as best we can to not do.
Okay.
And if you do this too much and too many people or things at the same time, this is when it can backfire.
So, excuse my bluntness, when you were torturing people and erasing them,
Yes.
why didn't that happen to you?
Control? As I said, if you affect too many things at the same time, this is the problem. It's like you have to be like
So you were specific
a
with what you were
doctor.
doing,
Yes.
right? Instead of affecting a larger group of area or group of
Exactly.
people.
You have to be chirurgical. That's a word.
Surgical?
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
if you're precise and you know and visualize what you want to do, sure, it can create small rifts that can grow into problems that can stack up onto each other, but we can try to kind of deal with them, like push them forward. But as long as you keep like this sort of like line, usually you're fine. Over time, you'll have to deal with them later, but on the moment, you're fine.
Okay.
But if you try to do this to a larger extent or in a time span that's too quick, this is where it can become a problem.
So in Durder, I had a potential of hurting myself or others around me.
Yeah.
But it was more specific, so the chance was lessened.
Also, I don't know what happened in Dorrider, but again, it has to. It kinda is not in sync with the currents. So, the more you try to affect things that are in sync with the currents, the worse it kinda get.
So, like with sending a spell back to somebody that was more damaging to
Yes.
that space.
Exactly.
I did
If you're trying to just throw a rock at another rock, it should be fine. But if
okay,
you're
but I
trying,
literally caught spells and sent them
yeah,
back
now
at
that
the time.
that could be a problem. Yes.
Yeah.
Do we need to go
Okay.
back to Duradur?
Yeah, I was talking with Priscilla about that yesterday, and it might be a thing for us to do.
Well, when was that?
Like
A month ago at this.
recent.
Oh, we got plenty of time then. If you
Right, but I'm wondering if those rifts are there, but we just don't see them. Like if they're super, super thin. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Yeah, maybe we could go and take a look. That would be...
They might be better for us to experiment with, like, trying to undo the time there, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Because they're going to be less, like, there's less buildup.
Yeah.
Well,
Like the one that what were we going to say, Ursa?
it's okay. What were you going to say?
The one up north, with how long it's been there, we don't want to try it with that one because we don't know if it's even going to work to undo time at that spot, right? Or try to send it back, right? And if we send it back, does that just make it bigger in the past, making it bigger now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Also, take note. As she explained, it gets worse if you're trying to affect things that are linked to the currents.
Yeah.
Like, who are born of the currents, if that makes sense. Like most people in Arcavios, things like that. Animals, spells.
But not against the demon, for instance.
The demon is not linked to the currents. The
Yeah.
abominations you fought with the corruption and all of that
oh,
is
okay.
not linked to the currents. They
So
were trying to link
that's-
themselves to the currents and corrupt
Yeah.
it, but they were
But
not.
like,
They were not like current entities, if that makes sense.
so like the ones up at north then. So the ones up in the north when we were fighting like those like during the transport of the pearls. That is much more difficult because I was directly affecting people who were part of the currents. So that may be a more important thing to go check that instead.
Yeah. And Dardar,
Okay.
you were probably fine.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, okay. So, okay, having that clarification, then I'll point out, okay, maybe this other area, because I was flinging spells back like crazy for that one. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
okay, that's good to know.
It's probably also a good idea to visit Neptania to see if there's any rifts from Larkingdale.
Yeah. I think Luciel said he was gonna have somebody send Larkingdale stuff here, like have it like express brought over here
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
for his notes. So, I'm hoping that before we go to the rift up north, we get to look at those things if they're here quick enough.
Not just his possessions. He's sure to have used time magic in Submeadow.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I wanted, before we go check out those rifts, I'd like to look through his stuff to see if he has any notes or research.
Okay.
Yeah, Arkan was taking Larkindale's place right now at the academy. And Luciel said he would come look it up with her so she can send some of his notes and things like that. So
yeah. Arastelle, who were the other time mages that were on the notebook still?
I didn't make note of their names. I'm sorry. There was 2 others besides you both.
And you know one of them, Priscilla.
yeah, Malit.
Elite. Okay. But we don't know the 4th one. Okay. I'll go ask Lucio myself, I think. To see the weather mages, to see who is to see if we can recognize any of their names to be the mentor of why am I forgetting her name?
You forgot her name.
Yeah,
Maybe she
legit.
got deleted. Who knows?
Horizon, thank you. Because I was thinking Heaven for some reason. I'm like, no, it's not Heaven. Horizon. She got erased. Yeah, I'll go talk. I think we should go talk with Luciel after we've looked at these books real quick, and then so after we've read through this, we can go ask Luciel about both Horizon and their master, as well as more of what he knows about time magic, if anything. If it was their own erasure, or if
All right. So by the end of the day, gathered these information. You've been like looking through books all day long. You're like you're cross-eyed. You don't. You've been in books all day long, and it's not your usual, obviously, especially for you, Poppy. A little more
Nope,
for
not at
Arastelle.
all.
She's more used to that.
Fortunately,
Okay.
not too many books for me to look through.
I'm not sure about how Zovril will enjoy these moments, but yeah, it's been a long day. You wanted to go speak with Loshil again at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right. He can be found in his office. He looks slightly exhausted too. So yeah. How was your first day at Strixhaven? He says.
Oh, it was fine. Very lovely library. The biblioplex was way too much information for me. Never really did much studying, so
Good. Well, I'm glad you're liking it.
yeah. Aristotle told us about the missing names for the time mages.
Yes, the registry.
Yeah. Can we see it real quick? I wanted to check something.
Sure. He will open it. Place it like
Okay.
on his desk, facing you, I guess.
I'm assuming that I'm probably like the last person on the list right now.
Yeah, you're the last person
Yeah.
on the list. Like number 17 or something like that.
Who is the top person right now?
The top person is someone called Dode Karsh.
Okay.
He's
Uh,
in Ferrodorn.
how many spots above Priscilla is he?
1.
One. Are there any blank spaces above them?
Yes. 6.
How many?
6
of them?
Yeah.
Does Priscilla recognize his name?
If she's there, she does not know who Dode Karsh
No,
is.
okay.
She
Yeah.
does recognize the other name, which is Melitha.
Right. Okay. Do you know how old this individual is, Mr. Loshio?
Which one? Dode?
The top one. I forgot how you said his name.
I believe that's Dode, or
Dode.
I don't know how they pronounce that in Ferrodorn.
That's okay.
But-
Do you know how old Dode is?
Last time I haven't had time to scry on him today, but last time I looked, he was maybe 50-something-year-old, slightly younger than I am. By the way, Loshil looks way older than that.
Right. Okay. So it's not necessarily. Do you guys like write these names down in the order in which you like learn about them, or do you
Yes.
fill in spaces? Okay. So there
That's
are
the
at least
gist of it.
six people who are older than him.
Yeah, or that
That were alive.
we knew before we knew about them.
Right.
We were
Okay.
aware.
When did you start taking like note
Well-
of them?
Also, remember that just because he looks 50 doesn't mean he is 50.
Yeah, that's
Right. Oh, I realized that
That's
because Priscilla is
something
80 something.
very
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's probably very old.
I started this registry when I was
Started it.
my first years here, so about like 20-something year ago.
So in 20 years, this many names have gone away.
Would seem like it.
Wow.
To be honest, I really
Wow.
never thought about that until I spoke with Arastelle earlier.
20 years. And I like look at Priscilla, like that's a lot.
That's fast.
And there are 7 people who potentially were older or more experienced than you, 6 of which who are gone, and a lot of people who are potentially younger than you, but this is just the order in which they learned of them. So like it's not even that they're older or younger than you. It's wow.
Also, take note, some of these names, like, they're not adept, per se. Like, we do have some people on this list, they're, just, they,
Learning.
yeah,
or dabbled.
they learned about these magics, or they're using them without Probably even knowing what they are. They just think it's magic.
Okay.
Obviously, some of them, are more proficient with them,
Sure.
but not all
Okay.
of them.
For the I believe it's chiromancies. For the weather mages, there should be one named Horizon, correct?
You have the book. If you turn the pages and go to the weather mage, you can see the name.
Mm-hmm.
And right above Horizon's name is an empty space that has never been used.
You guys write line after line, correct?
Correct. I wouldn't have done this mistake.
Priscilla, you can't remember Horizon's mentor's name, can you?
No. I
But
mean,
you knew her.
did she have a mentor?
You said she did when we first met. You said
As
you
you
knew her
say
name.
this, you don't even remember her telling you that. You just have an hunch because you do have a mentor. You know, Horizon's the
She
same.
would have a mentor, right?
Yeah. That would make the most sense.
Hmm. I feel like I understand what that feeling you were talking about earlier was.
Right.
Yeah. I have a stomach ache and a headache.
Yeah. I think we
Okay.
did look through a lot of books today, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Lochiel. Mr. Lochiel. Do you?
Go on.
I was gonna ask. Do you know if there's ever been any war between people who've used time magic? Like anybody who? Well, it's hard to ask because if they're erased and we don't remember them. But how do you know they were consumed by their own magic? Like, how is that something that both of you know without knowing it?
Here's what I can tell you. I've been looking at these people for God how long. And as much as I know, usually most of them are small-time mages who barely leave their hometown, ever. Or on the other hand, you have knowledgeable mages who usually don't want to be found because they know what they're doing. And these usually just move about, and they don't have much friends, or try their best not to make too much connection. They no reason to fight each other or have any sort of hate.
Sure.
And to be very honest, if we would stumble upon a sort of group of these mages that would try to form a party or a guild or something of force, Strixhaven would be obliged to act upon them.
Okay.
But do not worry, the two of you can stick together. Nothing to be afraid.
Okay.
It has never happened before.
Got it. I'll inform you because you're the nice one of the people that we've talked to. We're gonna be going north here in a few days to deal with a rift that has appeared, which is a byproduct of our magic. I don't know if you've ever seen one. They're bad. But I just wanted to warn you that they're in the Silk Shadow, I believe. So if there's any students who are planning on going up there, please keep them away from going up there.
We usually forbid students from going too far into the Silk Shadows. So,
Okay.
but obviously, when you forbid a kid or teen to do something, well, they tend to do it.
I side glance at Priscilla.
I will tell the other teachers, and we will keep an eye open.
Okay. Thank you. It could be dangerous. We might have to fight something that is protecting those rifts. So, and that's part of the research that we're doing.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck. And
Thanks.
before you both leave, maybe you can
Mhm.
pass a message to Arastelle.
Sure.
It's kind of too late for me to go out. I've had a long day, so
Mm.
if you can relay the message. I've looked through most of the blood mage user today,
Oh, okay.
and 4 of them I was not able to scry.
4 of them. Okay.
Usually when you do when you scry upon someone who's got wards or protection, you will have to face the consequences, or they will be able to know that you're scrying at them. It's very
Sure.
hard to protect against such thing. But no, on these individuals I just could not, which usually means that they're not alive anymore.
Oh. Okay. Can you point out which 4?
I'm already one step ahead on you. He will lend
Okay.
you a piece of parchment. You'll find 4 names on them.
Cool. Thank
And
you. I'm not the best with names.
locations they were last seen in. So
Okay. Were there any that, like, when you scried on them, like, you were attacked?
no, well, actually yes. I scryed on Kenzar first, a old friend of mine, and well, as I said, sometimes they know about that. He pretty much just gave me the finger, laughing. Always the same. I'm glad to know that he's still here, doing his things.
Okay, cool.
Good for him.
Okay. Awesome. No, nothing like, knocking you unconscious or nearly killing you or anything like that.
No, I'm old, but being given the finger will not knock me out, so I should be fine.
Right. Okay.
I'll survive.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
he said that the 4 that he was not able to scry on, he thinks are dead, even though there's such thing as non-detection spells.
As he explained, he said that even though there are warding spells, usually you'll be able to know that there's something. Like your spell will work, you'll just face consequences if there's warding, or you'll face like darkness or whatever there is, or whatever you faced with when you scried back then on the Kenzariats. So these are like things that can happen, but it means that there's something on the other end still. Like it stops people from seeing and scrying, but yeah. I mean, at least it tells you that, yeah, whoever I'm trying to scry on is there. But yeah, if you try to scry on something and nothing happens, well, this something is not there anymore. According to his knowledge, at least.
Okay.
Can't scry on a corpse.
Gotcha. Okay. Stuff. I'll thank him for his time and head on back to the group to give that note to Arastelle and
Oh,
explain that.
I'll do the rest of the list probably in the next few days.
Okay. If you get a chance to scry on Horizon, I'd appreciate it.
I'll put her on top of the list.
Thank you.
No.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, you could
I'm
probably.
not there.
I know, but Arastelle asked first. It's okay. Well, what if she goes in? No, wait. Put Horizon on the top of the list. What if she? Yeah, please.
All right.
You son of a bitch.
How dare you?
Yeah. I was the one who pursued this first.
And then I'll go to the group and give Arastelle the list.
Good.
And that's what he said.
What
Yeah.
did he say that I should do with this?
He just
information?
wanted to give you information.
Okay. And what about the other 8?
He's still scrying on most of them.
Okay. All right.
He has a lot to get through still.
I mean, you're
Um,
asking him to cast like not a first level spell, so
No, yeah, I get it.
he's got
I'm
limits. Maybe he's even using scrolls, or asking other people to make scrolls for him, or things like that. So,
Grim, you're interrupting our RP.
oh, well, I'm sorry.
Because Poppy came up to Arastelle, and I assume that Aristelle's with Zovril at this moment, leading into the conversation of what we had found. Arastelle
Gotcha.
will say we're planning a trip up northwest right now, and Arastelle will look to Zovril to explain.
Yeah, it sounds like there's not very many ways to get rid of blood curses, which we kind of figured at this point. But one of the ways that seems the most common that doesn't end in the bloodline ending is having the curse lifted or kind of forgiven by entities of the gods, not necessarily the gods themselves. And apparently, that mountain has one of the oldest Corvus entities on it. Her name's Luna. So we're gonna go see if we can get something figured out. At least.
Okay. Cool. Is that in the direction of Silk Shadow as well?
I
Oh.
think it's a
Like-
little bit. It's sort of in the direction. It's up north.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we could probably. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not like, I don't think right on the way for each other, but I think we could make one trip.
Cool.
If you, why are you asking about that?
That's the thing that's the rift we have to go close up north. It's in Silk Shadow.
Oh, okay.
Something we didn't tell you because you were stressed out yesterday is there may be entities that are like guarding it or spawning because of it or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find information on them before telling you about it because I don't understand it and I wanted to show you like an image of it and potentially what they're capable of because Priscilla doesn't know how to describe them. So
What do you
yeah.
know how to describe it?
I mean, they're never been good at descriptions, but like they're humanoid form, but they don't really look like people we know. Like they're like shifting in and out of reality. They have some weird features that make sometimes no sense. They don't really have faces. Like they're just
Right.
kind of feel like they're trying to mimic like what people should look like, but they're very far off. So they kind of look a little otherworldly. So
Okay.
And
Um,
yeah, it's been a while since I last met them, so
so these things guard the rifts then?
um, from time to time, yeah. Um,
What
The ones that
kind?
are big, though,
yeah,
I think
if
is
they've been
what
there
it
for
is.
too long, or there's like too many of them at the same place, like, yeah.
What are they capable of?
Well, those I face, they kind of alter things around you. Like either they're able to just shift in and out of time themselves. They can summon things from like time, I guess.
So they're able to use time spells as
Yeah,
well?
they're using things that kind of look like time magic. Yeah. I
Hmm.
don't know what they want.
Okay.
Like they speak, but it's like all gibberish.
Hmm.
I've met them when I solved my problems back home. When
Mm-hmm.
I closed my when I pushed my rift, they didn't look very happy with my presence. So yeah,
Hmm. Interesting.
What if we try using like comprehend languages when we go up to it?
What would be really interesting is if these humanoid anomalies are actually people in the future
That's
trying
what I'm
to,
thinking of.
yeah, to stop.
Or people from the past who were killed by mad time magic or something.
If they're
Or the
defending
erase.
the rifts, I think that it's people trying to stop the forward progression of the rifts.
That's why I want to use comprehend languages.
Yeah.
See what they're saying.
I was thinking that they're probably speaking like their words are probably like either sped up or slowed, like maybe it's backwards or something. So I don't actually think that they're speaking a different language. Yeah, I think your idea is a good idea.
Well, who has comprehend languages then?
It is not a cleric spell.
I have it.
Okay.
I have tongues though.
Oh, that's good to know.
I didn't know you had tongues. What level is that?
You have multiple of them?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna go talk to Melanin. And Mr. Fair and Gray, so that way I can ask a little bit about the artifacts that he's ever come across and stuff, because he wrote this book. And I'll show the book. It's a little bit about time stuff. And the other magics, artifacts for them.
good.
What are
Oh.
what are you planning on asking him?
If he has like how he learned about the artifacts, if he knows what some of them do, stuff like that.
Okay.
When do we want to head out on this venture?
I guess not right
Obviously,
now since the day is already gone. But maybe
yeah.
tomorrow.
I was hoping to wait until Larkingdale stuff came in, just in case if he's dealt with these rifts and has written anything written.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
just curious because I'll need somebody to alarm spells on my room again.
Do you want to? Weren't
We
you?
are playing a dangerous game by waiting.
Yeah. Does it have to be humans that he has to eat?
Just souls.
Okay. Do we want to just go hunting tomorrow?
That's that's
Yeah, we
why
could.
we were going to go up northwest and try and find a creature on the way.
Gotcha.
But I guess we could just go out and find a creature and then come back before heading up the mountain.
And if we don't have the stuff here by tomorrow, because they should be able to just teleport it all the way over here. If they can't get it here tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, then or by the morning of 2 days from now, then we can just go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just nervous. And
Mhm.
I also don't really know. Like, I guess in my head I have, like, I don't think just killing, like, a small creature would necessarily do it. Like, I'm thinking
A bear.
Valerian being a wolf. Like, probably something that would satisfy a wolf to kill, like a large
Mhm.
wolf.
Mhm.
Has Valerian made any specificities?
No, I don't think Valerian cares that much because if I don't satisfy him, he'll just do it himself. But I can see if he has any guidelines, anything to try to make sure that it's actually taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Either way, I'll
I
need
do think that
some-
we should go tomorrow.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just need some protection.
Yeah, I'll cast alarm a couple of times since we're not doing anything tonight.
Okay.
If Arastelle, if you're able to do them as rituals, that'd be better.
I can do that, sure.
Just in case if he does wake up in the middle of the night, then I am not missing out on some of my capabilities, and my strength.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Night.
So you go and put some alarms and things like that at Zovril's room.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Arastelle does it.
Good. Anything else, or should we skip?
Zovril will see if Valerian can be summoned.
Sure. When you're alone,
Mm-hmm.
when you're alone in your room, you, I would say meditate or
Yeah.
kind of close your eye, just go in front of a mirror, say his name 3 times. pick
I assume that'd be
your
like-
summon of choosing.
Yeah, it would feel like similar to praying, but not.
Yeah. But yeah, you can. You open your eyes and yeah, you can see Valerian. He's just sitting there, straight, looking at you.
I know you're getting hungry. You are hungry. If we go out tomorrow, find a creature to kill, is there... I assume that going out and killing a rabbit or something wouldn't satiate your hunger. Is there, like, anything specific that you liked while you were alive? Anything that would, I guess, satisfy your hunger the most?
A wolf does not care for small game.
Okay.
The struggle and the danger is the important part. That's how you know you're alive. That's how you know it was worth it.
Understood.
So no, rabbits and rats will not satiate me.
Okay. Can you hold off one more night so we can go hunting tomorrow?
It better be worth it.
I'll do my best.
You just disappear in a sort of like smoke of sulfurous flame. Makes no sound, just swoosh away.
All right. I'll guess I'll take that as like as positive of a response as I can. And I will try to just go to sleep. I feel like maybe a little bit better than the night before, but not 100%.
Yeah, at least you were able to speak with him, try to get things right. But I believe you already said like that, or kind of alluded to the fact that you're both like you're both in the same boat. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you kind of have to coexist in a way. So compromise has to
Yeah.
be made. Um. So yeah, you're able to go to sleep. No alarms are set off during the night. So you're able to get a good night's sleep without any problems whatsoever. And same for the other two, by the way. you all have good night's
great.
sleep without any problem whatsoever. And yeah, we're on to the next day, day 3 at Strixhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The thing that Arastelle also wants to do is try to reach out to Chase.
Sure.
So she would, in the morning, go to the Church of Gnorth, I think. To she probably wouldn't pray to Chase because that'd be weird. But
Why? He's a saint now. People pray to saints.
that's weird.
Come on.
She would probably just more informal talking to the altar of Gnorth, say something like, Chase, can you hear me? I'd like to talk to you, please, if you're around.
Do you think that whatever you wanna ask Chase is answers that only I can give you or not?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to know. Alright. So as an answer to your calling, you can see the Gunnearth God of Flames. There's a lot of candles, torches. There's a fire pit in there in the church. It's hot. There's a lot of flames. You can see that like the candles that are in front of you on the altar that you're praying at are just lighting up, like they're getting brighter for a moment.
Hello?
What is it that you want to ask Chase? You can see this as a sign of maybe there's someone or something.
I heard that in all of these complications that I found myself in, that North seems to be rooting for me, which I wasn't honestly expecting. Is that your doing?
you can feel sort of warmth that seems to be accompanying you like on your right. And yeah, you can see you can see Chase. He seems not all there. Like he seems somewhat slightly translucent. He's got this sort of like aura to him, where he seems to shine, no more like a flame would. And yeah, like I said, you can feel its warmth, even though he's not touching you. He looks better than the last time you've seen him. Like he's got a somewhat golden armor. He's got very beautiful clothing with that. He's got a freshly trimmed beard. Like his hair are taken care of. They're just not loose. Very different. Doesn't look like you haven't slept for months also because of the stress. So he looks great. We don't have much time. I don't have Chase's voice, so you need to bear with that.
Just gotta get grumbly. Brood.
Brood? I got a brood? Don't have much time. I gotta go Batman. Let's go.
Yeah, just go
We
back.
don't have much time.
Too much.
Where is he?
What do you mean much time? Much time for what?
To talk.
Oh. Well, I appreciate you taking the little time that you have. What's happening? Do you know?
I do not know much. Sadly. But I am just part of Gnorth now.
Do you know why Gnorth is rooting for me? That's what Edgar had said.
I know that the Pantheon is torn. Very few Kernborn are getting this chance that you're having. Usually, it leads to great things, from what I heard.
This has happened before?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but this seems to be the case. But each god usually gets something out of it. End up stronger or different. It's a moment of change.
Why would there be gods against it then, if they can benefit?
Not everyone likes change. But be not afraid. They're not the type to interact too much with these kind of things.
So you mean specifically regarding Corvus and Bellahead?
Yeah.
Because I find it very difficult to not be afraid of this.
Can't speak for them, but the pact will make sure that they do not stray too far off.
Okay.
As chaotic as it seemed up there, its order is very important to them.
Okay. Before you go, Chase, I wanted to apologize to you. I've been very harsh and judgmental to you. And I appreciate everything that you've done and you continue to do.
He will put an hand on your shoulder. Look at you with a smile. It's all forgiven. Leadership is difficult and is prone to criticism. If you stop around and hate everyone who does go against you, you'll just end up stalling. Decisions have to be made. Sometimes you get the good one, sometimes you don't. People will resent you for some, people will congratulate you for others. There's no qualms. Decisions that have to be made, and we can't just always be, can't just look beyond and be resentful.
I understand.
How's the guild?
Quiet now.
It's still
A
going.
lot of people went there. Yeah.
Good to know.
Jacob is handling a lot of the administration stuff.
Good. Well, I'm glad it's going well. Not too many problems.
There's always problems, Chase.
There's always problems. Yeah. Well, I hope they're gonna solve themselves.
You know that they won't.
Yeah, but if you always think like that, why do you even go forward?
To try and find solutions to the problems.
Exactly. The important thing is to go forward and try.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened with them, and he kind of points at the sky. I hope that you're still gonna try and push.
I will. I can promise you that.
Great. I'll do my best to make sure that you always have at least the flames following you. Take care.
You too, Chase.
He will slowly fade into nothingness, with half of the candles in front of you kind of just snuffing out at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll go back to the dorms and try and find the rest of the group.
Okay. As I assume they're probably preparing to
Mm-hmm.
leave. Good. I would suggest that maybe we take it 10 to 15.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Take a break.
Works for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So yeah, make sure to be there. And we're back.
Hello.
So, very next day, you wanted to go and see Melanin before you left, or no?
Yeah. Well, maybe while Aristelle's like at the church.
Yeah.
Going over
Yeah.
to him
Obviously.
real quick. Yeah. Just go knock on his door to see if he's around. Being finals and such.
you go there early enough, you can probably find him. Lucky for you, his office is near the square. It's not at the Lore Old College, so don't
Okay.
have to travel there.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Poppy, with the Strangers.
It'll take him a second or two, and we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met.
A little bit ago. Yeah.
Yeah, in Heavenfell, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I can. You're not a student here, are?
Nope. Nope. We're here on some business right now. With
Okay.
permission from Onyx. We're actually like doing research in the bibliopex and stuff like that. I found this book you wrote.
He picks it up. Right. Yeah, did write that.
Yeah, I was wondering how you learned about all of these artifacts and stuff. Like, did you find them yourself, or just like word of
Myself?
mouth?
I had my time, but I have a wife for this. Funnily enough.
Okay.
Yeah, she's quite the intrepid one. Yeah.
I think I've met her. At the chasm.
Yeah, that's where she seems to pass most of her time these days.
Yeah.
She should be back by summertime.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So where have you guys, like, I don't know, have you guys learned anything about these artifacts? Like, there wasn't much written in here.
Right. No. Obviously, this is more of a sort of compendium. That makes
Sure.
sense.
Okay.
He will go back to his desk, open it. Just take a seat. You're quite small. You can just step on my desk, I assume.
Okay.
It's more like a compendium, you see. It's more like
Mm.
a basic knowledge information on these items, so that if anyone's interested in them, well, you can look them up. Obviously, most of these items we're keeping information about to ourselves because of what they
Right.
are.
Okay.
Why the interest?
There's a really bad person that I might have to deal with, who uses weather magic. I've asking Loshiel to kind of, Professor Loshiel to scry on them. And they might have an artifact that's related to weather magic use, and I would love to know about any type of artifacts like that, so that way I'm just prepared. If that makes sense. And yeah. In exchange, I can tell you a little bit about, and I flip to the page, this one, and I'll like pull it out from my bag. I can tell you a little bit more about it in exchange for information.
Oh. Is this the real one?
This is the real one.
This is the real
Please
one.
don't take it. Yes.
Oh well, I'm
How
surprised.
I dealt with things in, it's how I dealt with things in Duradur.
And huh. He looks at the staff. Mind if I?
Yeah, sure.
He picks it up, look at it in like many different angles. You can see him like scribe some runes in the air real quick. You can see some like magic hitting the staff here and there. Huh. He looks slightly confused. He's
Is
like
it-
tapping on his desk. You can see like his leg. Just you can see like his desk is moving, probably because like one of his leg is fidgeting.
I don't mean to like point anything out, but you seem kind of stressed.
Where'd you got this again?
There was a tournament for this like rich guy. It was like if you could get through these trials for that, he was putting on a show for people. If you could get through like these trials and combat and stuff like that, you could go into his vault and take whatever you'd like, stuff like that. And we found out that there was this artifact that's related to some silly little prophecy that I needed to find, and that's where I got it. Yeah.
If you'll excuse me. He will leave the staff there. He will stand up. He will go on the second part of his office. His office is quite big. It's quite large. You see him open a sort of like hidden door behind a shelf. You'll see some magic runes from where you are. You can see clearly he casted some spells. A metal door will open that was hidden behind this shelf. He will look at you. Do you want to join me?
Sure. I'll pick up the staff and like put it back in like my belt or in my bag or whatever and join him.
You go up some stairs.
Sure.
Like a small flight of stairs. The more you think about this place, and you've seen the exterior of this building, and you're like, this makes no sense. We're going nowhere right now. Essentially, we're going through other rooms, and you get into a sort of vault. You see a lot of items there.
Okay.
And you will see your staff. He will pick it up. He will do the same kind of things that he did with your staff. He will weight it like in his hand. Do you mind?
Yeah.
He will pick.
Now I'm curious.
Like, your staff. He will do the same thing again. He will look again slightly stressed. He will give you your staff again.
Thank you.
He will cast some quick offensive spells on the staff he has in his hand. You see it start to like rot and decay, oxidize. If that makes sense. It's made of metal.
Okay.
You'll see him sigh, and he seems very angry for a moment.
Oh.
All right. Well, good. Good for you. If you ever want to give your staff away, take note that Strixhaven will gladly take it off your hand.
Right. Noted. Sorry for your loss.
It's no big deal at all.
Okay. It seems like a really big deal.
It's an obvious lie. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
This is a problem of mine.
You, did I see what item Varkarim got from the competition?
You do not.
I do not. Okay, like in the book more so is what I mean.
No. It was not in the book.
No, okay. Okay, yeah. So, this is what I know about it for your records and information.
That would be great. If you have any information, we'll take them.
Yep. And I'll tell him my understanding of how it works, what I've done with it, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then may need to be revised if we change how it works.
Yeah, sure.
Later on. And then I'll ask, does he have any information on some of the weather artifacts that are, I don't know, did I see anything on her before? On Horizon? Because did we see her at the end?
The only item she had in her hand was a violin.
Was a violin.
Yeah, she was playing the violin.
Were there any string instruments in the?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about this one? I think she had this thing on her.
Right. I haven't seen this one for a long time. It's not part of my collection. Not all of them are part of my collection. But yeah, this string instrument. As much as we know, again, why are you interested in these? I mean, I don't want to pry, but
no, I so that way, you can trust what I'm talking about and stuff like that. There is an individual named Horizon who uses weather magic, who is part of this it feels silly to say it, but like this prophecy that I was told about when I was a kid, that it's about 3 mages who can use like the forbidden magics and do things that are better with it. At least that's what I was told, but it doesn't seem like the others were told the same thing. But she killed my to-be mentor and took something from my mentor, and she seems really powerful, and it seems like that instrument has a part of the reason she is so powerful.
All right.
And I'm probably gonna have to fight her to like stop her from hurting either me or my friend or friends or other people, but I'm gonna try to talk with her more so.
Never was too fond of prophecies and all. Kind of bad omens usually, but all right. Do you mind if maybe we go
Yeah.
get out of here? It's
Yeah.
all cramped. And also, as you get out, do you drink? I know it's early in the morning, but
I sometimes have like mimosas with my friends, but we're about to go hunting, so not a good idea.
mind if I do then?
Oh, that's okay. By all means.
Just feel like it's the right moment.
Sure.
He will pour himself a glass. By the way, it's like 8:30 in the morning. It's very early.
No judgment.
So, this violin. I don't know. Have you found if it's a violin or harp?
No, I didn't
Oh.
have it written down. I did find her mentor's name though. I don't know if I'm supposed to have this name or not.
I mean,
Scratch it from your notes.
not sure it
now.
exists. So, is it really his name?
Yeah, Emil.
Yeah, I know it's Emil.
Emil.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in our channels. Yeah, it's in my notes. Also.
Is that something that Arastelle still remembers?
No.
No. Okay. Got it. And no, I do not have the instrument written down, but I'm thinking I might have confused Horizon with Nephile, who I believe was also playing
Yeah.
the harp.
Nephile plays the harp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go with a violin.
Violin. I think that's
Okay.
fine. Sorry for the confusion.
He will look through some other books he's got on his shelves. This violin is probably what you are looking for.
Hmm.
It is not weather-based instrument.
Oh.
It is
Okay.
well. It is not. It is at the same time. Each of its strings can attune to different forbidden magics.
What?
I'll try to clarify. This instrument, if is only legends for now, but if it truly is what she had on her, should be destroyed. And he takes a sip after he's done with that word.
How does it attune to the other magics?
Very good question. My understanding and belief, by the way, what he has is more like a sort of collection of notes and scribblings from different handwritings. From what I gathered on this, it seems to be able to copy, if that makes more sense.
Like a single spell, or like someone's ability to cast those spells?
Seems to be able to copy pretty much what happens around it. Well, according to, he pulls out a note, like very feminine handwriting, different from his. According to this note, you can read a small story about how whoever was playing it could replicate spells that the writer of the note was using.
So
Spells that were like that took this person years to like practice and learn.
So she allegedly knows weather magic, but with that instrument she could learn how to use time and blood magic. But that's only like 3. What's the 4th string for? Just
My best assumption would be General Arcane.
okay.
Currents.
Like the currents. Okay. Which would explain why they were replicating the writer's spells, because the writer
Yes.
probably wasn't a.
Oh, yeah, I can
Okay.
assure you this spellcaster is not was. She's dead. She's been dead for some years. She wasn't using forbidden spells. Well, she was, but not officially. We'll keep that
Yeah.
between ourselves.
So so you don't know how to get it, you don't know how they would get that ability to cast those spells, like it's not like taking someone's like essence from them or anything like that.
No, I don't believe so. All the accounts that we have point out toward just like mimicking. It's just powerful.
Okay.
Usually I like to collect things and make sure that they're safe, but as I said, I would probably have this one destroyed.
Yeah. No, I agree. Especially from being in her hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you. He'll pretty much point at you with whatever's left of the staff that melt in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else? I mean, if you have
no, I don't think so.
good. I do have something. You're with the strangers, are you not?
Yeah. Yep.
Good. If you do stumble or find any sort of artifact, relics, or things that could be of interest for Strixhaven, feel free to pass them by me.
Okay, we'll let our person know at the guild.
Good.
Okay.
Great doing business with you.
Yeah, thank you. And she'll kind of leave like kind of half dazed, and like rush back to the group. Where's Arastelle? Zovril?
She said she'd be back soon.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab Priscilla real quick and bring her over. And
Yeah, she's
wait
probably
for...
with Zovril,
Okay.
like packing her stuff, getting some rations, things like that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. We have some things to talk about on the way to our hunt. Yeah.
Everything okay?
No. About Horizon.
Oh,
Yeah. Any word from Loshiel? Did he swing by or anything like that about anything that may have been delivered or?
No sign of low shield.
nope.
Okay.
Arastelle eventually comes back, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Hi. Ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. It shouldn't take more than a day, right? Hopefully.
Hopefully. If we're just going are we going hunting right now and coming back, or we wait? That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's probably only a day.
Yeah. Then I don't mind going now.
On our way, I have some things to talk about for us to discuss. And as we head out, I will kind of info dump all of that information about my conversation with Moonin, with everybody.
You sound very stressed, Poppy.
There was a name missing from the book, right? Priscilla, did you, by chance, try to erase Horizon in your fight?
Well, I did probably erase whoever was there. Pretty sure.
Like Horizon? Like, did you try to attack Horizon?
Yes.
Right.
Um,
What kind of spells did you use around her?
Everything?
Did
You
any
never
of
had
them
this,
not?
like, you never had this discussion before. Never really
No,
asked
we
her what
haven't.
happened, so
No.
yeah.
Can you tell us about the fight and like what kind of spells connected or maybe didn't?
Well, I know that I was lured by this music, and I have this feeling again. I'm sure there was more than just her, but I know that I tried to erase them, or and many other spells. I rewinded time. I used regular spells. Yeah, I mean a lot of things. We flew, we fought in the air, but I didn't fight her much. I I don't remember fighting her a lot. So I did fight someone else clearly. You can say that she's kind of lost. You can understand that. Visibly, she clearly deleted Horizon's master. She probably fought Horizon Master way more than she fought Horizon.
That's okay.
So she has very large like memory loss of the events because, well, she don't remember fighting, but she does remember not fighting. So that's a problem.
Okay, that changes my perspective. Then I thought Horizon was like absorbing spells or something like that with this instrument. And then I thought Horizon might have killed her master, if she had one, with that spell. But it doesn't sound like that then. Priscilla, you told me her name when I thought you did, when I went into the rift.
Yeah.
Like your past self told me.
I remember that. I'm pretty sure I remember part of it, but...
Because I visited you in the past before you ever met me.
But yeah, I guess my recollection of things, if I can place everything back, I'm pretty sure I fought whoever master was, and I used a lot of spells, and I did eventually just remove them, and she was there. She wasn't doing much, but she was helping. And I was so exhausted that she's the one that was able to... Yeah, she killed me. You think she has this violin?
Yeah.
But
I think that she was copying everything that you two were doing.
I hope that's not the case. She doesn't have the experience nor the discipline. That's slightly unsettling.
Hmm.
I assume you're probably on the road as you
Yeah,
done
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah, I'll think about that. Okay.
We need to warn Kanzar
Huh?
in our Farkarim. We need to warn Kanzar and Farkarim.
Oh, you can probably use message.
Sending thing, yeah.
Sending. Yeah. Can probably use sending to warn Vark without problem. I assume you were taking your cart, or no?
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Do we need the card?
I don't know, actually.
For the cell shadows, using the cart would work without too much problem. For
Okay.
the mountains, will be probably not so great.
So, yeah.
right? Yeah, we're just going hunting today, so I don't know if we need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we need the cart. I can't imagine what we would run into that we would need it. I don't know.
Well, no need to imagine, because if you look at the battle map,
So
Cool.
right now your goal is to go to Priscilla's place and then go to the mountains. Is that correct? Not Priscilla's place,
Not-
but like where Priscilla was.
I think we are
No.
just doing the hunting right now for him
Okay.
to get that satiated, and
Yeah.
then we were gonna head back, see if we got anything from Larkindale's office, and if not, then the next day we were gonna be heading out to do our trip to the mountains and Silk Shadow.
Okay.
So,
Sure. Wondering if we should do that or.
Or just say that we did it, because I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
that's okay. That's if we don't have to do like
We're supposed to be professionsionals, and I feel like we would be able to handle
Yeah.
a creature.
Yeah,
like
if we're
that.
just finding one creature to kill, like I think between the three of us, hopefully
of
we'd be able.
Yeah.
4 of us.
Someone who's able to use a race, which is a very high level spell.
But used to, at least. We don't know if she still can.
She's still casting spells, obviously, but remember, she's a time mage. Time magic has consequences, so using time magic when you're on your way to reverse the consequences of time magic kinda is a loop that you don't want to get stuck in.
No, I'm not saying she would use those spells, but if she's able to use those spells, then she's a very powerful.
Yeah.
She has to
spellcaster.
at least be able to cast at 8th level.
Yes,
spells, so
that's a very high level spell.
yes.
Cantrips only.
Cantrips only. Now that she's an NPC with you, she has second level spells. That's it.
Oh, great.
One of them.
Welcome to all the RPGs you've played in your life.
Yeah.
The hero of the world is joining your party. Level 3.
He's a level 3 farmhand. Barely can use a sword.
And you will have to protect them.
Yeah. Also, it's an escort quest. If you walk, they're faster than you, and if
Yep,
you
I was
run,
about to
they're
say
slower than you. So you have to zigzag
exactly.
till you get to your destination.
Man, where do you come up with this stuff, Grim?
I don't know, played World of Warcraft for many years. Can tell you, it's still like that. They never learned. So, how satiated do you want him to be? That's gonna be my question here.
So satiated.
I would say, I guess, if we're going to do more missions the next day, there's a chance of us running into something else anyways. So I would say like moderately, like a pretty decent sized creature, but not anything that would like.
Alright,
I
roll
don't know,
me
like-
survival then. You can all roll, I guess.
Sure.
Come
You're all
Here.
helping.
I got a 6.
Well, some are helping more than others, obviously.
I think I
16.
might have to re-roll this.
You have 2 inspirations that
I
expire.
think I'm going to use one of the inspirations. I got a nat 1. I feel like I've gotten so many nat 1s recently.
Yeah, professionals doing this right.
I got an 8.
How much, Zovril?
16.
16. Alright.
Can I just give him help?
Plus 2
No.
help from
No.
Nephilim and
With 16. Yeah, I mean, takes you some time in the day, but you can head in pretty much any direction around Strixhaven, walk for some hours, and you'll get into what is essentially the wilds. So you can find many different beasts and creatures there that will try to probably bite your head off. So this should be good enough for your wolf friend.
Okay.
Obviously, so we can save time. Your level 5 characters, so this we can skip a combat. This, even if you take some damage, you go back to Strix. Just take the rest of the day. Not that many consequences. You don't stumble upon anything too dangerous on your way there.
Okay. So we don't need to find a healer when we get back.
Yeah, you may need to find a healer because that's very lacking in your group. So
Okay.
maybe gotta look into this. But yeah, as you get back to Strix, you get no news from Larkingdale's stuff.
Okay. Does Lochiel say anything about scrying on Horizon
The blood mages?
or the blood mages?
The rest of the people?
Yes.
Yeah, there is one more to add to the list. I'm just gonna update it. There we go. So one more to add to the list. And he did look upon on Horizon. She has I mean, I can go back into Lochiel's voice. I did look I did scry upon your this woman you asked me to. She had no warding, no defenses, nothing. She was just minding her own business, and she seemed to be she was shopping in the market square. So
Which
Okay.
market square?
Yeah, do you know?
you're asking a lot of questions here.
That was only one.
You're correct. I did not bother looking at any signs or anything, but by the clothing of the people and the accent, I would assume probably southeast Evanfell, maybe northern Turo, depending on the region.
Okay.
There was a distinct lack of flames in Gnord in the iconography, so I would probably say, yeah, southern Evanfell.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't been traveling for some time, so
Okay. No, that's helpful. Thank you. Okay.
as for the rest of the people I looked upon, this person will give the name of another name is also deceased, I assume.
And
I'm
when
not
was
done with all the
last
weather
time-
mages, but as of now, they seem to all be alive.
When was the last time you scryed on these people?
It was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
And so, let me ask you, have you tried, besides cancer, of course, have you tried and successfully scryed on any of these blood mages besides your friend?
Yes. Oh, yes. All of
So
these.
how many have you gone through so far?
I went through the whole list. I'm now at the weather mages.
So you've tried 12,
Yes.
and
5 of them.
7 you were able to see?
Yes.
Okay.
I may
5
be
of
old,
them
but you
in the
don't need
last
to
4 years.
ask questions like that. I can answer them all.
I'm trying to understand it. It seems like a lot of them are missing in a short amount of time.
Correct.
And is it likely that they actually died?
5 of them sounds suspicious.
Yes.
This one, not so much. He points at the one in Acantium. Considering the recent events there, my assumption would be that
He actually died.
he probably died there. As for the other 4, yes, it is quite suspicious.
Okay.
Especially since, while this one, he points at the one named Yanis Kas, was quite old, not so much in shape last time I've seen him. So maybe he just died of old age. The other 3, they look, from what I can remember, they did look alright. So maybe accidents. But yes, it does seem suspicious that a lot of blood mages are missing.
Do you know if those 3 were well versed in their magic?
Yeah, I believe there were no small-time wizards.
Can you do you have any more information on this Rosaline mage?
Yeah. Let me look. He will go through a bunch of things in his office. As I said, it's very all around the place. You will find some notes on some of them. There you go. Gives you a document. This Rosaline Erm. Yeah, you can see she's from Applecote, the town of Kelson, as written in the main document. Noble family, good wizard, Strixhaven educated, from 30-something year ago. Aside from that, you have a lot of like information on like the importance of her family. She had multiple child, and yeah, a lot of information. And she stayed away from Strixhaven the more time went on. she never really got back there as soon as she graduated. According to the notes, she's, how can I say that? She's well apt at blood magic and using it, but according to Strixhaven, never in a critical manner. So they kept an eye, they knew about it, but they never felt like it was problematic.
Okay.
Like no trying to curse, like a whole town kind of thing, just doing their own thing with their own magic.
Sir, what I'm more curious about with the 3 that you've been unable to find, do you know if any of them had a connection with the Farhaven League?
Well, I would say that I would probably say no to Nielsa. But chances are that Rosaline did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Apple Colt is very close to Lancastile. Okay. And being a noble almost seems like they're in the same social sphere at this point. I'm probably going to look into this more. She's the person I'm most suspicious of.
Did you tell Lochiel about the Foraven links that you had, or no? I don't remember.
I feel like I would have, even if I didn't RP it, only because I had to explain how we were able to scry on it, and that's the connection. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you probably told him about the when you
Drug.
tried to yeah, about the drug,
Drug.
when you what you know about Foraven, these kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He's probably
we-
aware that he probably knows about the corruption thing also. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure they know.
we told Strixhaven.
So he knows
that
of all the
everyone was
link
fine
with
now.
Foraven and all of that. So he's aware that they're scumbags.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would assume that if anyone on this list had to have a link with Foraven, Rosaline would.
Interesting. Is there any way that we would be able to? You weren't able to scry on her, which makes me think that she has cautions set up. Where would we be able to find her?
Last time we scryed her, she was living in Applecott.
In Kelson. Okay. I guess the only thing that we can do is just to travel then to see if any of the town knows where she is.
She's high profile. If she's actually dead, it will probably
know.
Yeah, it will probably be known.
Okay.
But how? That's different. They will
Yeah.
not. If it's known, they will not say that anything weird would have happened. They will probably hide it under an accident or something of the sort.
That's fair. Okay. All right. Thank you. This has been very helpful. I feel like we have a good lead here.
Oh, pleasure to help.
Thank you, sir.
The fun part about the end of year is that it's usually the most calm part of the year for me. Students are too occupied studying than, well, wanting to speak with me, so it's fun to have company. Anything else? Oh, and before you leave, should I scry on the others, or are you content with that? Are you happy with what you have?
Poppy, did you want to look into the 2 other time mages?
Worthwhile to check in on them, yeah?
Alright, I'll keep you updated.
Just to know.
And I kind of feel while you're at it, if you do this on a regular basis and you haven't done it in a few years, yeah, just go through the list and let us know if you find anything else that seems a bit odd.
Oh. I will probably do that. I do feel like I'm hearing Onyx right now, but I'll probably work on that. He says that with a smile and a little laugh. Well, I better get to it.
Thank you.
Are you planning on staying here long? Just
At
curious.
least a few more days, I think.
I think tomorrow we'll be gone, though. We're going to be going up to the north, but we'll be
Okay.
coming back once we're done.
Good to know. I'll make sure to tell the automatons that to make sure that your rooms are clean. Good. Well, safe travels.
Thank you, sir.
So, next up is to...
So I think what we're getting at now is that we're just not going to get Larkindale stuff and that we should just go. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I said that if we didn't get it by this day, then we were going to be going
Okay.
the day after.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we should try getting horses and then traveling up that way.
Good. So you... I mean, you already have at least one horse. Can probably get some more at Strix without too much trouble. The very next day, I assume, or do you leave that day?
The next
The next-
morning.
The next, okay. So the next
Yeah.
day, do you still place alarms?
No. And well, I guess it's up to Zovril
Hmm,
because we did do work, but it's up to him how he feels.
would I feel any different? I don't know if I would notice any.
You won't
Nothing.
notice anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I think we should just do it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The one night that we don't place alarms
Yeah.
and kids die. Oh my god.
Not able to go deal with all of our other stuff. Have a whole new side story we have to deal with.
I don't need that on me
Getting
right now.
kicked out of Strix, or being put in prison. Yeah. So you put some alarms. Have a
Mm-hmm.
good night's rest. You leave the next day.
Okay.
You start heading north. There are roads in northern Silk Shadow, in the Silk Shadows. There are some old settlements, ruins, and things like that in these woods. As I explained last time, the Strixhaven grounds are enormous. Like, they're as big as a country. So, there was back then people probably living there and things like that. So, there's ruins, there's plenty of stuff. And there's roads, or what were roads.
Mhm.
You start heading north. You, according to Priscilla, by foot, it used to take her maybe 4 hours to get there. Like,
Mhm.
she was going her weekends, probably camping and passing the night there, and she was just practicing magic away from prying eyes. As you enter the woods and you start moving north, she will comment on how things have changed. The place looks more... It looks more like the shadow part of the name than what she remembered. She probably wouldn't have gone this far alone, like back then, if it looked like that.
Hmm.
I would like all of you to roll me a perception check.
Ooh, here we go. Don't roll one. 22.
Passive of 11.
Passive of 19.
Did you roll a dice, Arf?
I did.
Okay. Uh, you start heading north. You've been traveling for maybe 3 hours now, 2 to 3 hours. No, actually, you have a mount.
Horse.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have horses. The road is not what it used to be. It's not used anymore, so like you don't go that fast. But yeah, we've been gone for maybe let's say an hour and a half.
Okay.
Up into these woods. When feel like the air is just getting more dense and heavy as you progress north. You also the place around you kind of feels more. It feels a little like night, like the canopy hides a lot of the sun. It's a very dark place. Half the tree seems dead and not like, even though it's almost summertime, very few leaves, and there's this sort of fog that seems to permeate everywhere around you. Zovril, you can see by the corner of your eye. I'm gonna roll for the horses. Maybe they're more perceptive than you are.
What about my 22?
It was not enough.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a
Okay.
19 plus bonuses, so.
Okay. I was just confused why you said Zovril when Arastelle had the
Because
highest
he used his
score.
passive, so I didn't know if he just went passive and
Okay.
scratched that, I don't care, or he rolled and got lower. So that's why I asked.
Okay.
Zovril and Arastelle. It's been very calm for the past like 15, 20 minutes. Beside like the steps, the oof step of your horses, like there's barely any sound.
Mhm.
And you can see by the corner of your eyes, on your left, something creeping through the fog and rapidly finding its way toward you. It looks as big as a horse. It has many legs, many eyes, and as it approaches, yeah, you can clearly understand that this is a giant spider. Which is kinda good because the name of the forest is Silk Shadows.
Yeah. Arastelle would call out, look out, pointing in the direction that it's coming from.
Good. I would like all of you to roll me initiative and give me a second so I can actually place some stuff on the map in combat scene.
Take that.
Where's this thing? There it is. Nope, not Ega. You can all see the map, or is there
Yes.
anyone missing? No, you're all there.
But I don't see my token to put my initiative.
No, I'm gonna place them now.
First combat in a fucking while.
It's been a while.
I was gonna make the joke that I don't think that we're gonna get, or I think that we're gonna have to have a combat this session so that Grim wouldn't actually make a combat this session.
Seems like I have not put Priscilla's token in there, so I'm just gonna use. What can I use? Let's use this. So you can add in your initiative. I've got Zovril, I've got Poppy.
What's the hat?
The what? The hat? That's Priscilla.
Okay. I know you didn't ask, but I probably wouldn't have one Nephalite to come on this journey anyways.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I did not ask because I don't think she would have gone. She's all in for
I don't think
adventuring,
she'd be
but yeah, there are
prepared.
limits.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna fight like time demons or something. Oh yeah, I'll stay home. Best of luck.
She needs experience, but I think it's a little bit above her.
Yeah,
her
that's way above
level.
her pay grade. That's
We're
for
not
sure.
getting paid for this at all.
Oh, oops. So I'm gonna hide
Unless, Bobby, are you paying us for this?
What's that?
Yeah, it's straight out of Poppy's pockets. And initiative for these things, what is it?
Alright. Use as many time spells as possible in this combat. Understood.
Yes.
When Priscilla literally just said that we probably shouldn't use time spells going to take care of these rifts.
Yeah, Zovril, you can go first.
All right. I guess I'm going to take out my hammer. There we go. All right. And swing away. Nice. 26.
26, that hits.
That's very good news.
Very, very good.
Imagine I would have said that it does not hit.
I think we would have to run at that point.
Yeah. But they're very weak to fire, so you're fine.
Noted.
13 points of damage. Some bludgeoning, some radiant if it matters.
It does.
Oh.
Oh.
So it'd be 9 bludgeoning and 4 radiant.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action. Cast spiritual weapon and attack with that. Right next to me, pretty much. Ooh. That is a 17 to hit.
17.
Yeah.
17 hits.
Perfect. And that is 8 points of force damage.
All right. So 8 points of force.
And that's my turn.
All right. Arastelle.
I'm going to I'm not that ready. I'll assist Zovril by attacking the same creature and using a firebolt. So I'll roll to attack. 15 plus 8, 23, I think.
Yep.
That hits. Okey-dokey. 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions just yet. And I think I'm okay. I'll be done.
Okay. So small spiders.
Wait, here we go.
This one. This one.
Oh, there's a lot. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't see
there's
all
a
those
lot.
ones over there. Fun. Fun. Loving it.
We're professionals, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't to worry about that. They're just small spiders. One on Zovril. I assume that 17 will not hit.
Does not hit.
On Arastelle, 14
It misses.
misses. On Poppy, 3 of them, 7, 17, and 24
24 hits.
for hits. Alright. That's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it tries its best to gnaw at you. And I would like
Ew,
you
ew, ew.
to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
On save. That's gonna be unfortunate. I'll take it the 11, unfortunately.
You're taking 11. You're keeping the 11 as a roll.
I'm keeping the 11.
All right. You're gonna take 6 points of poison damage.
Yep. Am I poisoned?
And you are poisoned.
Nice. Attack rolls and ability
It's
checks.
gonna be-
Nice, nice.
Poppy's turn.
Yeah, perfect. So I am going to. Well, I was gonna do enlarge on him, but I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I got a lot of things on me now. I kind of want to do shatter and hit all 3 of these right in front of me at the same time.
Okay.
But place it behind them so that it hits all of them. I don't think there's a way for me to hit this guy though as well.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But I'll do that. Yeah.
So it's a save.
Yep. It is a con 15.
Down 15. So left to right, fail, fail, and success.
Yes. Uh, 6 damage for those who failed.
6.
3 for the one who succeeded. On a 3d8.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. That's rough.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Yep.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeesh. Okay. I'll call it there, I think.
Okay. This one does pretty much the same move, so it's gonna go there. It's gonna run to Arastelle, and he's not gonna do anything else. He's just gonna run here. The one on Zovril. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
19 hits. I'll need you to do me a con saving throw.
Okay. 17.
17. You are good, but you will take 10 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And that's gonna be their turn. Priscilla, she's more of a time mage than an actual extremely competent wizard. You're going to something else, so she's probably gonna do the same thing and hope she does better. Actually, there's.
Can I have
You can
reaction casted halt on that spider that approached us, the big one?
this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts it back
It
at
was
where it
30
was.
feet of me. Yeah, once it's within 30 feet of me, I'm gonna do that.
It's about here.
It is a wisdom save of 15.
No, I forgot about that. I failed. Failed.
Okay.
A lot.
Awesome.
Failed
Seth has
a
one.
lot.
At least then. Good.
All right. So moving there, no movement. She will try to disengage using her bonus action. She's gonna teleport away. And
It's a great idea. Oh my god. I do that too. Phenomenal
With your bonus
idea.
action?
Love it. I think I have Misty Step.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Believe it,
And
please.
yeah, she's gonna throw some
You're like, wow, you're such a good mentor.
bolts of flame
I
at
thought I did I not?
the one that's on Arastelle.
Yeah, I have it. I don't know about you though. I also know that Finnegan Flanagan has it too.
I didn't take it for Poppy, I don't think. Oops.
Alright, you'll see a bunch of bolts of flame get out of her hands as she casts them and hit the spider in front of Arastelle. Seems to be quite effective. It's gonna be Zovril's turn.
Did I notice if the radiant damage was any more effective?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, what you saw with the radiant damage is that it flinched and all of his eyes kind of like blinked.
Interesting. Okay, then
You can roll a wisdom check if you want on this, or
Sure.
I would say knowledge. Actually, no, knowledge nature.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's your
15.
expertise.
$18.
18.
Mm.
These spiders and the environment you're in. I mean, the environment is very dark. It doesn't feel like it's daytime, and you know it's sunny up there.
Mm-hmm.
These spiders are not used to light.
Gotcha.
Do what you want with this information.
Yeah, I don't think I really have a whole lot. Well, that's alright. I'll just stick with my original plan. I'll cast Spirit Guardians. With my action. Which is a 15-foot radius. But it doesn't do anything when I cast it.
Okay.
And then I'll attack with my bonus action, Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Oh yeah, I did not put your spiritual weapon there. A second.
It's a crit with my Spiritual Weapon.
Whoa. How dare you?
Oh, that's sad. So that is 9 points of damage. Force damage.
Nope. Good one.
Shit, damage is really coming through.
You can
right
move
now.
your spiritual weapon where you want.
Is it on there?
Yeah, just put it right
Oh.
by you.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Up to you to decide where you want it. And you said 9 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Alright. It's gonna be Arastelle's turn.
I'll also need my spell book, please.
Spellbook. Voila.
God, this is a really shitty position. I'm actually probably not even going to bother with that right now. I'm going to Starlight step over here, I think. No, that's not good. Sorry, I need to think this through a little bit more.
Sure.
And I can't. I'm sorry. I'm putting so many. You can delete those.
I can. How many is there? You can also control Z.
Oh yeah, thank you for the
Rid of
reminder on
those.
that. Poppy's so in the way. Oh my god. Okay, lesson learned.
Tell me about it.
Stud. I think I'm just gonna blast at Poppy.
It's just don't gotta be not in the way.
Remember when Arastelle got really mad at Priscilla and said if she did Poppy harm, that she she's thinking about doing
First
harm.
one to do arm to Poppy is you. It's different.
It's different.
It's not the same when it's
exactly.
me.
Exactly. What are we looking at here? Okay, I think I might actually attack these guys. So I will I'll go here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my spell book to change the casting type of Rhymes Binding Ice to fire.
Okay. So saving throws, I believe.
Yes, for saving throws. It's a Constitution saving throw of 16.
Small one in front of you will get it. The big one will get it. The small one close to Zovril will not get it, and the other one will. You said 16.
Mm-hmm.
Will not get it.
Okay, so they are hindered for 1 minute. Hindered by burning, I guess.
Yes.
15 points of fire damage, and then halved if they succeeded.
15 or half. Okay. These two will not be hindered because they will burn. Both burn.
Perfect.
And you said half, so that will be 7. So 7 points here, and 7 points on this one. Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna end my turn.
It's gonna be the small spiders time. Let's move them first. I need to move this one. This one. Go there. She's just gonna run. Not missing any. No. On Arastelle. First one is gonna miss, unless you tell me you have 7 AC.
No.
And the second one, I've got 22 to hit.
If it hits.
It's gonna be 4 points of piercing damage, and a Constitution saving throw.
I think I'll stay. I got 8.
8?
I failed, yes.
You failed. You will take some. You will be poisoned, and you'll take some extra poison damage. You'll take 6 points of poison damage. Poppy,
Yeah.
There's a lot of spiders on you. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
well, it's not your turn yet, sadly. So
Well, it's not. Oh, there's a lot of spiders. I see what you're saying.
yeah, these spiders. I mean, there's around. I
Can I
hope
just
you're
use
not
time magic to go ahead of him?
arachnophobic. Because there's 5.
I'm not. No.
That's perfect.
Poppy. No, I'm just kidding.
So
She will be after this.
first one, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
Any answers to that? I never know, so so better not
Let me
take
check real quick.
Nope.
Nope.
Think about that. I'll roll the others. Second one, that's gonna be 17.
No.
Third one, that's gonna be 16, so no.
Yep.
Fourth is gonna be another nat 20. So
Fuck,
do you have any answers
dude.
for that?
Jesus Christ.
And the last
Yeah,
one
stop rolling.
is gonna be 16.
No.
So-
But basically, all 5 of them hit with those nat 20s. Grim, what are you doing?
I don't know. It's a die. Just die. I don't want to do this.
He's trying to kill me.
I'll need 2
But why?
Constitution saving throws.
You can have something else.
Okay, now you're gonna be punished, Kyo.
My lowest is a 20.
Your lowest one, so you will succeed both saving throws, and look at these big damage. On the first one, I've got 2 1s,
Nice.
and on the second one, I've got 2 2s.
One.
This
okay.
one's sideway. 2 2s. So that's gonna be 5 and 7 points of damage for a total of 12.
How long are we poisoned for?
Till the end of your next round.
Okay.
Am I missing any small spooder? I am not, so it's gonna be Poppy's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
Is this like fiery right now, or can I?
No,
run
no,
through
it's
this?
not. It's not. It's gone.
Cool.
It's gone. There we go.
What is this? 15, 20, 30. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go over here, and I realize it's a 10-foot radius sphere. I'm gonna cast Shatter again, and it should hit all of these guys. Not
All of
them.
these fellows here.
Yeah, it'll hit
Yeah, it
these
should.
ones.
That's
10-foot
that's-
radius sphere.
but like this, I feel like this is it's a sphere, not a weird.
This
weird
is what
pyramid
this
thing.
app.
this
This
is
is what
Yeah.
this program gives me.
Yeah, this is as bad as a sphere as you could get, I think. Let's
Yeah.
see what the internet thinks about that.
I think that
No, actually, according to the
I
internet,
think that this would be 10-foot radius, right?
according to what I have, 10 foot will be something more like. Can I just free
This,
draw?
but
Yeah,
not going up to this.
it will be like something like this. This
Sure.
is, yeah. I mean, better shaped, but yeah.
I made a circle.
Okay, that works too. That's fine.
I made a circle for you.
Yeah. Also this.
Cool.
So, this thing.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do that at 2nd level.
Okay.
Con 15 again. Let's roll some better fucking
Big
numbers
one.
this time.
That's a 2,
Jeez.
so big one fails. This one here, that's another 2, okay. Fails. DC 15 you said?
Yep.
Fails. Fails.
That one's kind of outside of
Fails.
the sphere, according to your drawing, Grim.
Huh?
This one on the corner, according to your drawing, would be
Will not be
outside
it,
of the
yeah.
sphere.
So, they all fail except this one. This one succeeds.
Okay.
He's
That
the
is
zero.
12 thunder damage.
Uh,
A little bit better
gone,
than
gone,
what,
gone,
4.
Better.
gone. No, wait.
And then 6 for those who are who saved, if any.
You said 12, right?
Yep, 12. And that was quick casted because I used my action to disengage
12.
as a note.
Okay. And Anything else, or is that it?
Nope, that's all. I cast that as a bonus action by quickening it.
It's gonna be the giant spider's turn. This one is not in your thingy, so
Nope.
you can freely move and
The other one has a Wisdom 16 save.
the other one has a Wisdom 16 save. I
Yeah.
should not like that. Should go for puppy. Wisdom saving
Reaction,
throw.
halt.
Ooh.
Wisdom saving throw will be failed. And what's the saving throw for alt?
Halt is a 15 as well.
And it's Wisdom.
It is. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, so back to square one.
Let's go.
So this one fails.
So
Charges.
that's 17 points of radiant damage.
17. Damn. Okay. Is barely holding on. Did I forget to move this one last round? If I did.
I had halted that one out.
Oh, you altered it. That's why.
Yeah. 2 charges.
Yeah, it's just gonna run towards Zovril. He has to do a wisdom thingy.
Yeah.
16?
Yep.
He's got it.
So half of 17. So
Half of 17.
or
Alright.
9. Depending on
Perfect.
how generous you're feeling.
It's always
He's
around down.
also his movement speed's halved once he gets into it.
I
It
still
makes
had
a
10
difference?
feet up, so I'm
Okay.
good. So this one was altered. This one did not attack Zovril yet. So attack on Zovril, 17 plus bonus 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Con saving throw, please.
22.
8 points of damage from his attack. Priscilla again will not be using too many spells. She will move here, and she will attack this one again. Wow, these rolls are something. Okay. Zovril, it's your turn.
I guess I will try to finish off the almost dead spider with spiritual weapon first. Ooh. 15 to hit.
15, that will miss.
Okay. Well then I'll try to hit him with my hammer. Blah. Okay, that's 20
That's it.
something. Whatever. That is 17. Oh, okay. So that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 6 points of radiant.
You will smash through her. I would say skull, but I don't think insects have bones, so. Or whatever.
Her head.
Yeah. And it's gonna go down. Anything
And
else,
then
or is
I'll-
it the Arastille's turn? You'll
It's gonna move up
Makes sense.
to. I'm still in his reach here, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though.
Yeah,
I'll just stay there. That
still
seems
in the
good.
reach. All right, so Arastelle.
I'm gonna move here and then cast another Rhymes Binding Ice, changing the casting type to fire, and attack like that. So they have to do con save of 16.
One in melee with you will succeed.
That's
Going top to bottom. So this one fails. 16, you said.
Yes.
Succeed. Fails. Fails.
Okay, so the people that fail are hindered for a minute.
They're taking a lot of damage.
That's 12 points of fire damage.
These two are dead. This one takes 12. Okay. And this one is also dead, and this one will take... You said 12.
12, and
There
it's
we go.
halved if, yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna try pushing this spider away with my telekinetic shove. It needs to do a strength saving throw of 15.
As you try to shove it, it will just like anchor down on his 8 legs and will just stay in place.
Damn. Okay. I'm done.
Is small spider time. It's only this spider, so it's gonna attack you. That's gonna be 16 to it.
I think I will cast. No, yeah, I'm just going to let it hit. That's fine.
That's gonna be 4 points of damage and a Constitution saving throw.
Wow, my con is awful. 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you will be poisoned again, and you will take an extra. Where is this die? There it is. 4 points of damage.
Arastelle is not looking too good.
It's gonna be Poppy's turn.
Oh, shoot. I think I will twin spell a firebolt. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. At the big spiders. Or I'll put one at the small spider and one at this big spider.
Okay.
Little one will be the green one. That's probably gonna miss the little one. A 9.
9 will
and then
miss.
a 15 on this one.
15 will miss.
Oh, okay. That's all then.
It's gonna be big spider's time. I think they have to both roll before they act.
Correct.
Correct. So the one that's in the red, 22, so probably correct. The other one, 16.
They both succeeded.
Okay. They take half, I believe.
Yeah. It was 15, so half.
So 7.
Yeah.
Okay. This one will attack Zovril. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Fail.
Fails. That's gonna be 11 point of piercing plus 2 points of poison. The other one, unable to move, will try its best to dislodge himself. See that it cannot move, and it will just shoot acid at Poppy instead.
What a little bitch. What
Uh,
a spiteful little asshole.
Poppy, dexterity saving throw, please.
No, I don't think I will.
You all use Halt at 3rd level just to be as spiteful as the spider.
Well, now that I realize that I had to do that, yes. That'll be a 15.
15 will succeed. You'll take
Nice.
3 points of acid damage, but I will need you to do me a Constitution saving throw.
Wow, still? That,
Yeah.
that is going to be good. 25.
25, you are good.
This was a new trust!
After the spiders have both played, it's gonna be Priscilla's turn. She already used Idle Spell. She'll do it again, seeing how things are going. Yeah, she will kill one of them, and the other one will take some damage. So the one that just spitefully threw poison at you will be killed by Priscilla's spell. She will throw some firebolts, and the other one will take some damage. And it's gonna be, I think, Zovril's turn.
Okay. Hammer and spiritual weapon. 27 with the hammer,
Mhm.
and a miss with the weapon. Me. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of radiant.
Okay. It doesn't look so good. It's flinching as you hit it. Radiant damage seems to be blinding it also. And it's gonna be Aristo's turn.
I am going to use Sacred Flame on this guy, I think.
Okay.
Dexterity. Oh, he's probably gonna have good dex. God.
So you're staying with Sacred Flame?
No. I'm going to try and shove him again. Strength save of 15.
This time he's gonna be pushed.
Great. Yeah, that's all I needed. And I'm going to then shoot a firebolt at him.
Okay.
I think I still missed. 14 to hit.
14. 14 will hit.
Huzzah! Okay. Oh, ew. 4 fire damage.
It is still up.
Boo!
And it's coming for revenge.
Oh yeah. You better start running. Good luck.
I
With
will.
40 speed.
Why does it keep saying 25?
Because of AF squares.
I don't want to actually go that far. I'll go here. I end my turn.
He's just gonna follow you.
You bastard.
Spite is real.
Spite! I'm
That's gonna
telling
be
you.
17
They're
17 to it.
spiters.
Yeah,
They are spiders. What was the number?
17 to it.
It does hit.
Does it? Dexterity 6. No, Constitution 6.
Can I please get a good number, dice? Please?
You still have
Don't you have
inspiration points.
That's gonna expire.
I guess we're getting towards the end. I'll roll again.
Wow, that's meta.
It was worse! I'm so tired of these damn dice.
So you're gonna take.
What was the best?
It doesn't matter, I failed.
You're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage with 7 points of poison damage.
Uh-oh.
So 4 and 7?
Yes,
Yeah.
11.
I'm not looking. God.
I'll take a short rest after this.
The spooder damage is real. Following this, it's gonna be Puppy's turn.
Yeah. I will. Oh, I could have halted it so it couldn't have come to you.
It's okay.
I should have done that.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
you're a source. You
'cause-
son of a bee.
Yep. I should have done it. Yeah, I'll just firebolt it, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be 25 to hit.
On the small one or the big one?
Small one.
25 will hit.
That will be 14 fire damage.
It goes down.
Huzzah!
Nice.
Arastelle
Bastard.
officially saved.
That's it.
Okay. It's gonna be.
Oh, wait. Actually, no, I won't do that. No. Okay. Go ahead.
Gonna be the big one. Big one is gonna have to roll. Big one's gonna fail. So Zovril,
13 points of radiant damage.
how much? 13
Yeah.
radiant.
Yep.
13 radiant is right on the mark. It goes down.
Oh, thank
Nice.
goodness. Was that 7 HP?
Yeah, you guys did fail a lot of these like low DC saves.
Yes, we did.
Do you expect anything less from us? I literally just said we roll like
I
shit.
expect better from you.
It's a good thing that we get a lot of inspiration points.
Yeah, so you can roll worse.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Not sure
pretends
it's
that it's a
it's the
boon for
best.
us, but he actually just likes watching us suffer more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I give them out because I want you to roll worse.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
False hope.
So yeah, initiative is lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all look like you just took a beating. There's plenty of these crisp spiders surrounding you. Smells like
Did-
burnt.
Did
Did
is this
those
something
souls
that?
work?
Yeah, I was literally just about to ask that.
As I'm like,
Zovril?
Zovril,
I-
before
I-
your spiritual weapon disappear, you can see it just like circling the big spiders, and yeah, for a brief moment you kind of feel like something like sort of energy seems to be passing from the spiders toward your weapon before your weapon disappears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think these were sufficient.
got it. Good. Can we take like a break?
Do you want to take a break right here?
If we run into more spiders, I probably won't be able to do anything.
I mean, you can all roll a knowledge nature if you want.
Sure. As long as we roll decently, I guess. Oh, I rolled
Yeah.
another 9. Nice.
16.
I got a 13.
13, 16,
14.
14. It may not feel like safe, but this forest itself is probably not safe anyway. Being surrounded by the decay, like the crisp, burnt body of other of these spiders is probably as safe as you can get, because what are the chances that other things will attack you when clearly, well, you can deal with problems.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
So sounds like a good
go
place
for
to
a rest.
maybe go against like behavior, these kind of behavior.
Okay.
If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna use some sorcery points to get back a second level spell slot and roll some
Sure.
health. Yeah, my
So
sorcery
I
points
guess you
back.
can take a short rest.
Okay.
Also take note, she has to keep spells because closing rift actually take energy and things to do. So
Cantrips don't take spells.
yeah, she cast the second level spells. So she's on your side. That's what I'm trying to get at. She's not trying to get you killed. Actually, she could kill all of you right now if she wanted you dead. I see the red circles on the map. I know your HP. It's very low, that's what it is.
I had 3 HP.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep going as hard as you're going when we're at our levels. I don't have very much HP.
Well, I know you had a lot of AoE, so what I expected would happen actually happened. Also, we don't fight enough, so trying to balance things out can be a little difficult. So you take a short rest. You're not being attacked by more spiders as you rest. And you can go back on your merry way.
Great.
Takes maybe less than an hour to get to Priscilla's training ground. We can call it that. The place, the forest opens onto what used to be probably some old building, maybe a temple of sort. Nowadays, it's quite different. It's mostly ruins. There's like a river passing through the whole thing. Things have changed. It has been a long while since this place was actually useful to anyone, besides Priscilla. Poppy, you
Yeah.
can see multiple rifts of different size. Just standing there vertically like the first one you've seen, trying their best to reach the sky, piercing and tearing through dimension, leaving a trail of many colors. It seems surreal and out there to you, even though you've seen one before. You can count. Give me a moment. Just let me change this. You can count 5 of them. As you
Great.
approach the place.
What does everybody else see?
Everybody else sees the place. You can all see these sort of runes, but beside the open forest, for you it's just a very surprisingly calm and cozy rune in this dark forest that you're in. Seems a little odd place, but it's refreshing. It's a refreshing breath of air.
There's quite a few here, Priscilla.
I mean, I told you I kind of practiced here, so
Wow.
yeah, I did practice a lot, like every weekend for 2 years, 3. Every time I had a chance. So I guess it's formed into these things.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. You guys don't see anything?
I should
No?
be able to see something, right?
You don't see these. Did I tell you could see these?
There's
You
like a
said that I
disturbance.
remember.
yeah,
occurrence.
I saw a disturbance. I didn't.
Yeah, you can see
necessarily-
like a sort of disturbance, but you don't see the rift themselves. But yeah, clearly through this calmness, there's a little something more to your
a
eyes.
blip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. How do we get rid of them again? I don't think I see anything guarding them.
Oh, I mean that's good then. So let's get to it.
let's go.
Yeah. There's one right in front of us. Don't walk into this spot, and I'll like point right next to this pillar. Things can happen if you walk through them, if I recall.
Yeah, you don't want to walk through them. That's for sure. So Priscilla will. She's shown you the basics of it. You know it takes actual magic spell slot energy to close them. These ones are bigger than the ones you practiced on. So she will show you how to do it. You will lose a first level spell slot. She will lose a higher level spell slot than you, as she shows you how to close this one or how to push it in the future.
Okay.
It will take you maybe like 10. Let's say it's not that long. As long like the what took the most time was showing you essentially. But
What does it look like as it closes?
pretty much closes like a door would. Like it kind of closes on itself, gets smaller, barely, and it's not noticeable anymore as it closes. Like as you look at it, like you have to almost like you almost need a magnifying glass to kind of see like a speck of problem, a speck of fear that seems to be just hanging in thin air, and nothing happened if you pass your hand through it or anything like that. It's just phased for future time.
Okay.
I think, as I said, it's probably longer for you to explain, for her to
Yeah.
explain to you, and like both of you preparing and like talking about it and things like that, than actually closing it. And once it's closed, it doesn't take long um, for you all to see this big one. Yeah, all of you. To kind of hear a crack like thunder happen. And you can all see that this big one here kind of truly opens and appear, even for those who could not see them, which means Zovril, and even for you, Arastelle. And you can all see the extent of like the actual rift or tear there. And from it, you can see these things creep out or fly out of it as they appear through the materium that's beyond this rift.
Whoa.
They're floating there 10 feet in the eye, very much as Priscilla described them. You can see that they're clearly mimicking humanoid feature. They have arms, legs, they have something for heads, but the rest of them, like, clearly they're not humans, they're not mortals. And it seems like they're shifting in and out of reality at the same time. We'll get back to this next session in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're gonna close on this cliffhanger right here. And yeah.
The last time that we spoke, we did talk about whether or not we wanted to have our after session conversations on stream. Is that something we want to do?
Sure. You can take 5 minutes to talk about that if you have any sort of comment or question or whatever.
5 minutes.
Yeah, these
Yeah, it's not gonna
5
be
minutes
long.
talks to take an hour.
We have at least like 20 until midnight, so.
Oh wow, it is late.
So I hope you had fun.
Time
Yeah,
flies.
Let's wet a
when you're
fight.
having
What the hell
fun.
is this?
Time flies when you push it forward.
Where's the discussion and discourse? What the hell?
I don't know if I actually have any questions this time round.
Is anyone else excited about my investigatorial skills? Because I was like, I am on it.
You get
feel like
the,
there was a
you
lot
get
of
to the
good
bottom of
information.
this.
Lots of good information this session.
I mean, you already have some good leads, I guess, on the whole blood ritual drug thingy. I mean, you know who was giving out the drugs in Silk Meadow in Corontier?
Yes.
Like, you're aware
Wonderful.
about Lord Locke, who's the Farhaven executive who's taking care of this side of things. You know about him. Now you also know about maybe someone that has ties with this whole blood Farhaven thing, so this could be another lead. So you got some avenues as to where to go next if you want to pursue this road, I guess.
Yes. I will pursue both roads.
We don't get taken out by
At the same
spiders
time.
first.
All the roads.
Yep.
We're completionists. Of course we're going to take every road.
Platinum run or nothing.
I have ideas of how I want to pursue each road, but I don't want to spoil my thought process on it. So,
Fair enough.
um,
But first, we'll probably have to go through whatever's going on now, and I guess the goal was also to go to
mountains.
yeah, the mountains and see what's up with Zovril, or maybe if we can get some solution there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It should be interesting.
There are things.
Chase came back.
I was happy about that.
Yeah,
Ben did a
Batman
good
came
job
back.
portraying Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
Well,
those who
old
don't know,
character.
Chase is one of Kubu's old character in another
Mhm.
campaign that's in the same world with a lot of the same characters, so there's a lot of tie-ins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to play Chase. Kubu is Chase, so yeah, it's
What do you
I
mean
did
you're
my
not
best.
supposed to?
No, I mean it's not my character, but yeah, it's
He's retired.
it is what it is. He's retired, so yeah, I can play.
I plan on sending things like things that he would ask about or things that he would say in certain kind of situations.
Oh
So
yeah, Kubu.
I meant to
sent
do
me,
that this
like-
last 2 weeks, but I forgot to.
Kubu sent me like
Yeah.
22 lines of text about how I should handle that and like get in the mind of Chase. No, he sent me like nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I tried to
You always.
I tried to go with like basic stuff, like
Mhm.
avenues that made sense.
Yeah, focusing on the leadership stuff was a big thing that
Yeah.
he was trying to, that Chase was trying to help Arastelle understand to give her confidence.
Did you
and
send
such.
that to Grim, or did Grim come up with
He
it?
Grim
did.
by
came up
himself?
with that on the spot. Yeah.
Nice job,
I
Grim.
didn't expect. I didn't like. I didn't anticipate. Like I didn't even thought about the fact that with the possibility of Arastelle apologizing to Chase. So like that's never anything that I even considered. Like considering.
Considering. Oh
Never
no.
considering it. Like that's how far off I was from that.
Yeah. No. The only thing he told me was, "Hey, if Chase is actually gonna converse, I want him to ask about how's the guild going, and like things like that."
Okay.
Which makes sense. And this is why I asked before he left. I mean, kind of makes sense. It's like his baby. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yes, it literally is.
So yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. So yeah. Beside that, everything else was just on the spot. Just what would make sense in this moment. What kind of discussion did they have in the past, or things like that, or what
Mhm.
what does Chase represent? If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like who? And I think I went the right way.
You definitely did. I can
Yep.
totally understand that response coming from Chase. Yes.
I was nodding throughout it. I was like, yep. Yep.
I said that I felt like Grim would do our characters justice, or I wasn't concerned when this came up.
Mhm.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes for when Tonio can get back. Mostly because we're slow.
What do you mean we're
Not because
slow?
he's not able to come back, but because I don't want him to just snap on into existence. So
Gotcha. So
what do
we
you
have
mean?
to wait
His
until
mission-
after we get through the mountain.
His mission wasn't to the mountain.
yeah, actually, he was one of your horse all along, and he was always there.
That's messed up.
Do you really think that we're that slow? I feel like next session we're going to accomplish both of these time rift things and then Zovril's thing as well.
Yeah, that will be the goal.
It makes sense.
You know how
to
it
me.
is.
We don't have very much info dump in this.
Yeah, it's gonna be
so...
probably faster. It's gonna, yeah.
All because we ended up coming with more questions that were really good questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, next session will probably be this fight. Go to the mountains, see what's up.
Yeah.
And yeah, this will probably lead you guys out of Strixhaven grounds.
Yes,
Probably, so.
and then walk or go down to Lancastile, and then maybe we find Philibert there.
Yeah, I mean, once you're out of Strix, getting Philibert back on track will be much easier.
Right.
So
Poppy hasn't actually talked to anyone about Priscilla staying at Strixhaven.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, once you're back at Strixhaven, you can have this discussion before leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We'll
I think we'll see how it goes next in 2 weeks.